Salute, salute, salute. What's up, brothers? Episode 131. Do men still hold the crown? Well, we got 6 questions tonight that's going to surround that and then some. So we got Brother Just in the house and Brother Dapper in the house and myself. We still are MIA with our brothers, Coach Ferg and our uh, brother Lee. But you know what they say, we still got to go forward. So everybody can unmute themselves. They'll be happy. Uh, let's
No
get
sound.
into it. Salute, salute. What's up, brothers?
Yes, indeed.
Not much.
Are we
Yeah,
there? Are we
man.
there? Just all right.
Did you just hear
So
me?
let's get into the question number one. I hate mic check 1 2 mic 2. You remember back in the day when you used to MC?
Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
So let's go with the number one question. Do you think similar upbringing make a better relationship? I
It
mean,
depends on if the upbringing was toxic or not, but if it's healthy, then yeah.
One.
I'm just saying,
hmm
like, if she was raised up to be, uh,
Like Catholic or something.
well, let's take it a step further in
What's
today's
the
time.
question?
Do you think similar upbringing make a better relationship?
Yeah, commonality. You got
Come
common
on,
ground
bro.
at that. You feel me? So
Com-
it's always good to have
you
common ground.
you said the common ground.
Yeah, it's always good to have common ground.
All right. So if she was raised in a household where she had to raise her 3 brothers, her younger brothers, at the age of 16,
hmm
and you wasn't raised that way. You was raised around both parents till you was 21 and left the house. You think that would work?
Well, that's drastically different upbringings. There's
It
an
gives
upbringing
it
have a
gives
matriarchy, women's in charge, and that's not normal.
it gives me
Versus
understanding.
two-parent household, so that's very different upbringings. Go ahead, Justin.
What you said, Just? Just.
Maybe he wasn't talking to us because now he look focused on.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on, Just, wake up.
No, I was talking. I said it gives it gives a better understanding.
What do you mean? If they was raised in similar upbringing, it would make a better understanding. I know his Wi-Fi is going in and out.
it's that Xfinity, bro.
If y'all
Your Wi-Fi is like bring you in and out. 1 minute you're frozen, next minute you're
Yeah, you
okay.
frozen right now.
Don't worry, we're gonna take up a collection and hook up that Wi-Fi. Get, get some extenders up in that house, in that brick house of his. Uh, but I only asked that question because I don't think that when we are meeting people, dating people, that's one of the questions that we don't really dig into
hey,
to
me,
find out before
honestly,
we.
I'm talking about. I'm not using my
Huh?
phone.
I can't hear you, brother. You're going in and out.
Yeah, you might want to drop and come back, fam.
Drop out and come back, just because something you're doing is distracting your Wi-Fi. But because you're freezing for a long period of time, like you breathe, like you're praying. Um, no, like I said, I just asked that question because of that factor. That we don't. I don't think a lot of people dive into that before they even continue forward with sleeping with each other, dating each other, whatever. Because if our upbringing is not similar or compatible, it ain't gonna go nowhere. Simple.
Yeah, it's
You're,
true,
you're,
man.
you're forcing it. You're
Yeah.
forcing it at that point. So, just one of them things. What's up, Dexter? We see you in the house.
I feel that. You know what I
All
mean?
right.
Next star big
Let-
ass head ass nigga. I feel that, bro, because it's like every time, bro, when you meet somebody for the first time, you're always looking for common ground, like things to relate to, like, oh, I like this restaurant, or I like this movie, or I like this comedian, you
Right.
know. And so when you have more things in common, you feel like you know the person a lot faster. It's like you can meet somebody known for 2 weeks, feel like you met them your whole life because everything you did as a
Yeah.
kid, they did as a kid is very similar. So it makes the connection easy, makes it pure, makes it fast, and makes it fun. And that's where sometimes people get in trouble because, like, hey, you think we're moving too fast? And it's like, no, we're not moving too fast. We both see what we want. It's like, it's easy to speed when the road is clear. You know what I'm saying? But when we have a lot of differences, now there's
Right.
cars in the road, we got to swerve, we got to stop. So now it's a much longer process because we're trying to navigate our differences. But when everything is the same, it's clear highway, baby. We on Mach speed, bro. 160, Autobahn. Let's hit it.
The thing is that what you just described is all the surface, right? That's
Mm-hmm.
all surface. Do we like the same things and so on and so forth? But now when we dig in and say, wait a minute, I didn't know you was an orphan. I didn't know you was adopted. That that can play a factor in how you and I interact or get along because if I'm used to being loved and you're not, that's going to create some type of conflict along the line. You
I
know
would
what I'm saying?
agree. I would agree, man, because I
I'm used
remember
to
getting,
have I'm used to having people to rely on. You're not.
yeah, you know what
So
I'm saying? That's true. I remember dating a girl that was like that, man. It's just like the way like her family had no conflict resolution. They would just not talk to each other for years, bro. I'm talking
hey,
about she went 9 years without, oh, what up, coach?
salute, coach.
Now I'm out here representing Black History Month on a black invention.
Look at this dude.
Danica invented an almanac. Can't you see what KRS is coming at?
Mm.
See, they walking man with a straightening comb, but you won't know this if we won't show them. I don't know about that, man. Y'all a little too young for KRS One, though. You know what I'm saying? Y'all them young bucks. Y'all already know real hip hop, but so
Welcome,
teach
coach. You
me.
look like you lost weight, brother. What's going on?
Man, I wish that was true, Carl. Man, salute to y'all, man. I just celebrated my 58th birthday.
Damn,
I still
coach,
got,
yeah,
I
gun
still got,
show, baby, yeah.
Oh man.
I still
Look at
got a
coach.
little
Oh,
bit,
look
you
at coach.
know.
Stop
Okay.
I,
playing with
I,
me.
I ain't
Happy
got,
birthday, brother.
I'm still a running back. Salute to y'all, man. No, that was Super Bowl Sunday. No, man, I just chiming in, man. I heard the topic, man. I'm like,
Yeah, you know me. You know we got the six. We got 6 questions tonight, not 5. So the first one, like you heard, do you think similar upbringing make a better relationship? Because brother Dab said, yeah, we like to see what we like and all it is. That's the surface of. But what about if you're an orphan or adopted, and I'm used to having people to rely on, or two different type of upbringing, you know?
I think it depends, though. I think for men and the women, some guys could say they never had a father, but turn out to be the best father, and she might have grew up with a father.
Correct.
So I don't, you know what I'm saying? I think it just comes down to the mindset of what you want in life, because
Okay.
you could have had trauma that, like a lot of females that I met when I was younger, in my dating years, I come from two parents and grandparents. We used to take pictures at church. Both, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? I come from that type of
yeah.
background. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Everybody worked in my family, including the dogs had a job. You know what I'm saying? But
Guard
but
dogs and parakeet
but
working,
but
boy.
but both in Carl, in our lifetime, we've seen a lot of that. You know what I'm saying? Different backgrounds, and that's not the problem. Is the problem is that their understanding about life is not the same, because there's a lot of good women who may not have had a good mother
So you don't
and
think
turn.
that it can be a conflict down the line?
No, I mean, if it's not immediately, it won't be down the line. Down the line because of something else. Because if
Okay.
you start out and you make it, you rocking. Then all of a sudden we older. Now we acting silly. See,
Okay.
that sort of, to me, is like reverting back. You done already got past the difficult part. I believe it just becomes something else outside of different family background, because it's a lot of black men and black women who come from foster homes that go on and have successful marriages and relationships. Well, it was a time where it was more balanced. Now
Okay.
people are taking that, oh, this could happen. See, they're going off of it could happen.
The negative side of it too, not the
See,
positive.
and they're not looking at it. Let me change it, and I can see that on both sides because again, there's some women who didn't have that great experience, but they meet a hell of a guy.
Well,
See, so to me,
back in the
it's a
day,
balance.
if I could be fair, when you're talking about 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, as
And
black folk,
80s.
and even the 80s, yeah, I would even say the 80s, we was all in the same boat for the most part. So it was
No,
easy.
we wasn't. No, we wasn't. Call. My generation X, we was able to go everywhere in the world. They opened it up to us, Carl. They opened it
Okay.
up. We was everywhere. Black folk, niggas was everywhere in the country. We was on the road trip, Carl. We was like grown little people. We was taking road trips. Wasn't nobody arguing and fighting. We was going over here to this side of the state, over here to this side. We all partied a little bit together, but
But
we
y'all
stayed
all,
in our
but,
lane.
but the question is, y'all all had similar backgrounds and upbringing, though.
No, Carl. No. Because remember, once they gave us welfare, a lot of brothers started from the projects in the inner city. A lot of sisters started from and listen, not just New York, Mississippi, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Chicago, California. And a lot of understood like, damn, we don't want to be here. So they gave Gen X the whole opportunity. We was getting, remember, Carl, we was getting trade schools. We was getting
Yeah,
skills coming out of high school. Some of you niggas up in New York can't read,
yeah.
but y'all had that skilled trade, and that gives your young man a different mindset despite the condition. The problem with, and I'll shut up, when it comes to the different mindset, like backgrounds, it's like who you engage, what type of community engagement were you in? What type of, you know what I'm saying, person are you? Some people are shitty people and they try to steal, lie, and treat. But if you that type of good dude, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to try to see those things forward because
Well,
nobody, regardless of where we start, especially
well,
now, I think most people they mad about most. I said it. Most of us
I'm
won't let go of the bullshit that happened 5-10 years ago.
well. I'm gonna thank you for segueing the next question
I'm sorry.
because it's funny you said that. Number two, second question. The slow kids back in the day are in the dating pool today as
What
adults.
Carl, what back in the hold up? What back in the day you talking about?
It does, hey,
Because in the
fill in the
70s,
blank.
Carl, nope, Carl, when you was
Listen,
going to school, they had
listen.
reading circles, brother.
I'm not going that far back. I'm
Okay.
talking about 80s,
80s,
90s, and so
90s.
forth.
When you
So
was a
my
young man,
we had the retarded people. I see what you
hold up,
said.
Carl. When you was a young man out here in the world, when you was a young man finding your way,
What?
right? So after that time of period, it's been a decline
Yeah,
of the
I had
confidence of the
whoa, whoa,
black
whoa, whoa,
man.
whoa, whoa. Don't put me
Carl,
in the middle
Carl
of
was
it.
born in 1974, man.
I had a grandmother that would bust my ass. She made sure I read the dictionary every day. She
But
wasn't
Carl, here's
playing
the
no
thing.
games.
Listen to what you're saying, and this goes to the point of the last question, right? You talk
Uh,
about your grandmama, right?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
You rate your grandmama higher than your mama,
Damn.
right?
I mean, it makes
Right?
sense. Yeah,
Am I
that's
right?
Yeah, because
Am I right?
that's what we was taught.
No, look, it ain't gotta be why. I don't need to know why. What I'm saying is
No,
your
that's what you're taught. Chain of
but
command.
but your background wasn't aligned with other people's background either, but you still made it work. You still
Right.
rose above the situation. See what I'm
Correct.
saying?
I
That's
got
all I'm saying. And that's why I say it goes both ways because I think you're a good guy. You
you.
just manospherean now, and it's hard to get out of
Well,
that.
right. Still in the matrix. So the slow kids back in the day are in a dating pool today as adults.
What do you mean by
And
slow kid? You talking about autistic, retards,
no,
things
we
like
ain't
that?
talking
No,
about autistic. I'm talking about the guy or the girl that wasn't reading on the level that they should be, You know, they was playing games in class. They was cutting class. You know, everything was a joke. They wasn't taking education serious. Those people are now adults today.
That
Some
doesn't
of
mean
them
they're
got
slow.
kids.
Doesn't
Some of
mean
them
they're
even
slow.
got kids, and they're in the dating pool.
You talking about me?
Carl, it don't define that they slow like just so. Could you define slow, Carl?
Okay. Okay. All right.
Carl taking personal shots.
Yo, I'm not going to get attacked for these questions, all right?
Great
They're
questions, man.
general questions.
They're great
Very
questions, though, Carl.
general.
I like your questions, man.
I
Salute.
love the general questions. That's it. The slow kids back in the day, while you sitting there studying and reading books, you had the other half that rather cut class and rob and all kinds of mischievous. In other words, everybody that didn't take education seriously. I'll replace that with the word slow. The people that used to stutter a lot, the people that couldn't read, the people that couldn't write. That's basically it. Those people are in the dating pool today because they didn't get the education required to navigate life today. I'm not saying that you got to finish high school with a diploma to be in the dating pool. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that those people that allow their education to be stymied and stuck, it hindered them for later. That's what I'm talking about.
Right, I got you. Absolutely. What's up? That's just D, man. You look totally different, man. D look different like that.
I told him he's on some Malcolm X stuff today. He's definitely on some Malcolm X stuff today. We're trying to get his
That's
Wi-Fi situated.
Hey, Carl, that's my first time.
But
Just that's my first time seeing you straight ahead, man. I'm always seeing the side of your noggin. That's for, I'm like, who is that?
I'm always looking over.
so, Dap and Just, what do y'all think about that? About the slower kids back in the day? They're right now. They're in the dating pool, and social media is giving them a place to, interact with people.
Carl, could we not use the word slow? Say socially challenged, behaviorally challenged. Let's say behavior.
Right.
Behavior.
Socially,
I would say socially and okay. I'm gonna concede. Socially and educationally challenged.
Or behaviorally. How about behaviorally? How about that?
No, this got nothing to do with behavior. We got to go with education because before behavior, you got to have education. Come on, we all guys up here teach young dudes get your education.
You got to have behavior first. Carl, you got to have behavior first.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
I put behavior with the socially challenged. All right.
Because I'm telling you right now, I'm seeing a lot of these videos with these gentle parents and shit, and I'm looking like these kids are slow. It's like
Thank you. Thank you.
We couldn't get away with the shit these little kids try to get away with now.
And you know what it is, man. See, when you don't have repercussions as a child, your brain develops slower because you don't learn how to figure shit out and not get caught. You know what I'm saying? It's a special thing that happens to a child when they know they're gonna get in trouble, but they want to do something anyway, and they're able to figure it out. That's literally intelligence. Intelligence is the ability to solve problems. You feel me? But a lot of these kids, their parents are so quick to run to solve every problem for them, they don't get to flex that figure that shit out muscle, and that's why they're incompetent today because they expect the government to help them, or they're expecting.
I'm doing that shit with my son, my oldest son, right now. You in college? Oh, Dad, I need some money. You can't call me every week. Figure it out.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. What? Call my parents for money? We can ask McDonald's, bro.
You gotta figure it out, brother.
That's the thing. Don't call me because you hungry and you broke. call me when it's an emergency, something beyond your control.
Hey, and you know what's so funny, bro? That reminds me of something, bro. I remember being so excited to get my worker's permit, bro, in New York. I remember I got my little green card. I could work now, baby. I could apply for a job. I was so excited. These kids, I've never heard a young kid talk about this anymore.
But
they're not excited for it. They don't want to work. You know what I'm saying? I remember being excited to be able to make my own money, and I
got it. Hold on. The reason why I'm not this year, only this year, the reason why I'm not pushing the younger generation to work between 14 and 25 is because they made it where by law, if you do not sign up for selective service, you can't work. Even the summer jobs are like that. My boy can't. Listen. I'm explaining it to you, Coach. If he can't get a summer job, unless he signs that selective service box.
But we know. Call. What's the age?
What's the age? Yeah.
What's the age?
It's 14 to 25 right now by law.
No, but Carl, hold on, time out. By federal law, you have to do it by your 18th birthday. Once you turn 18, not no 14. 14 don't have to do it. 14 through 17, none of that. They have to probably get a work permit if they in a certain state.
Yeah, 18, and the parents got to sign for it.
And I'll say this, just based off what the whole topic is. This is me. Listen, hate me and love me at the same time. Since these people are slow, as we saying, the kids are crashing out more. I think if they bring back the draft 5 years, everything negative about the black man will be gone within 2. Everything.
Exactly.
Because
and this is why I say this is why I'm explaining to you what I've read on this document that he brought to me was from 14 to 25. You must register, otherwise you can't be. They're using it as a way to recruit.
Yeah,
they want to be able to snatch up your boys.
No, Carl.
They want to be able to snatch up. They're trying to snatch up your boys in case of a war.
No, Carl. No, there's no. Listen, don't you know? Listen, I get emails every day from the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and Marines. Right. I get emails from all 4 every day. The United States military has met its goal last year as far as people joining the service.
They're not taking nobody no more right now.
See, they done already met their goal, right? So again, don't believe everything you're saying.
The first kids they would grab is the ones that's in the ROTC and things like that. They wouldn't grab regular civilians.
No. But they still got to be 18. You have to graduate high school. Yeah. Unless you graduate 17, you can get your parents to sign you up.
So what is the mandate to sign up for selective service just to get a job?
You got to do it if you're going to go to college.
Yeah, you can't do that shit to like 13, 14-year-olds. They only can do it if you're 17 and 18.
You have to be 18. Once you turn 18, you sign up. Even if you graduate high school at 17, the only way you can go into the military is your parents have to sign a paper that say,
you have to sign a waiver. You have to sign a waiver for my kid to be able to go. Basically, you sign a permission slip.
Yeah. And if your son ain't acting right, he got good intentions, but he's a little slow, walk his ass to the recruiter's office and sign him up, and he'll thank you for the rest of his life. If he's a good guy, you want to get him off the streets, don't put him in there so he can learn his left foot from his right foot. He'll come home and build you a house. I'll shut up.
Okay.
And then you just got to deal with, you just can't talk back to him because his PTSD will kick in. And,
No, sir. No, Dapper. The dudes that shoot and delete people, that's it. Most of the dudes is going there to be carpenters and engineers.
They'll come out with a trade.
Yeah. It's sad because I know a lot of ex-convicts that are like that. They go in, they come out.
Oh, that's prison. The military ain't nothing like prison. It keep you out of prison.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of them dudes came out.
Let me interrupt y'all fellas. Stephanie, wife podcast, gave a $5 super chat. Salute to her.
About
Always
time.
supportive.
He
Thank
said
you.
about time.
Wife school.
I
Got
mentioned
enough to pay the rent, cause we delay the bills. Another dollar getting spent, another day to chill. I can't afford to play it safe, I gotta make a deal. It's gotta be another way, a Cadillac DeVille.
Yeah. That's on
Don't worry, Stephanie. That's that way of saying he loves you. Thank you, and he appreciates you. Don't worry about it. Anyway,
and that's our
let
way
me
of
get
saying
back. Let me get back. So fellas, number 3. 76% of luxury goods are bought by aspiring poor folks. 76% of luxury goods are bought by aspiring poor folks. So, do we know how to budget before getting into a relationship?
Men do.
Yeah, we do.
I think people
Notice I
come
didn't
into
put a
their
gender
own.
there.
I know you didn't put a
Remember,
gender.
I did not.
Show
I did
that
not
women,
put a gender in there.
I know you didn't, but the numbers show that women spend 78 cents on the dollar. They spend about 80%. They're 80% of the entire market. So if the statistics are telling you that the brokest people are buying the most luxury items, it's talking about women because they're the overwhelming majority of who spends money. They just call a spade a
Really?
spade.
Really?
I think
Is
it's
that?
about.
Wait a minute. Hold on, Coach. Is that going for the $600 rims for each tire?
Ooh, bro, a $600. Think about this, Carl.
You see these guys out here buying rims for their car. They ain't no cheap rims.
Hold on, Carl. Let's have the conversation.
They
Okay.
some dumbass niggas.
You more.
Yeah, right.
Rims for each tire, right? That's gonna last you probably 5 to 6 years, or paying $160 every other week to get your nails done. What you think is more expensive, Carl?
Also, look at this, right?
First of all, why is she paying $160 to get her nails done every damn other week? Nope.
Bro, unfortunately, that's standard pricing for some of these girls.
Man, listen, you better be like me. I get my hair cut every 2 weeks.
I would say, like, if I'm gonna put spending on women, most women spend about 80% of their money, and they go to the suckers to get the rest. Right? Most men.
That's why they can do that.
And for the last 35 years, most men have spent the bulk of their money
on women.
Not saying I say it's about 65%. Most men spend about 65% trying to keep up with everybody else, buying the latest Fucci, the Gucci, the tight ass jeans, and again, that's for other people. But I also think that men, for the most part, are changing that narrative financially.
That is why I like my generation.
Over the next 5 years,
we knew how to hustle.
Men, over the next 5 years, men are going to, even the younger men are going to start understanding that they can value their money and their sales. But the women have to shift that dynamic because a lot of women spend the kids broke. Dudes ain't gonna be paying no child support like they used to because dudes ain't giving up their seed like it was when Gen X was out there. The baby daddies are going down.
And again, this is not a dig at women, it's just the facts. I personally have never heard a person say, my dad messed up my credit. I've always heard people say, my dad helped fix my credit, but it's always, my mom messed up my credit, put in the AT&T bill on me. My mom messed up my credit doing this, or credit doing that. Because see, unfortunately, the woman's value is in her image, the men's value is in what we can produce. So image costs. You know what I'm saying? That's why girls say, oh, why does a man have to pay? Because I got to buy the makeup. I got to get the hair. I got to get the this. I got to get the that. And it's like,
but that's personal for you.
On a date anyway.
But that's personal for them.
Right.
I understand. And that's why I'm saying why
I've never asked any date or my baby mothers to pay for my haircut.
Right.
You feel me? The dudes that I know
I'm trying to remember, when was the last time?
Kind of sassy anyway. They're just
like black men worry about their image too.
Yes, but think about it, bro. This is a regular black tee, old ass freaking gold watch I've had forever. I look good with basic shit. Bro, I remember I went 5 years without buying new clothes, and I look fly every day because I got my haircut every 2 weeks. I knew how to dress.
How many men?
Every girl I know, bro. Every girl I know. Every time we go somewhere, she needs a new dress, and I'm like, why do you need new clothes for? I can't wear this again. I posted.
Wait a minute, Dapper. But Dapper.
Men don't do that. We want the same
there's a new breed of there's a new breed of men that's been out since. Listen, there's a new breed of men that came out since Morse Day, and that's the metrosexual. The guys that got to get their feet and nails done. They got to get everything lined up properly. So it's a whole different breed now. You understand? Now, what I'm trying to figure out is this.
I agree. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I agree.
Hold on. I'm under the impression that OnlyFans is made up of a majority of women, and it's a bunch of dudes that's paying for these women to stay in operation. That's not even luxury.
Correct.
So to me, I gotta ask the question: do we really know how to budget before getting into a relationship if we're frivolously spending money on luxury and non-luxury items?
So
wasting money.
Who firstly spending money on that?
Again, Carl, you gotta understand what you're saying. When
I just said, hold on, Dex, because what Just doesn't understand is something you said twice already. Most of these guys out here got the formality that when they meet a girl, they got to pay for her hair and nails to get done. Bullshit. That's not your wife, number one. You don't pay for none of that shit.
That's why I'm not one of them dudes.
Right. But there are guys out here that's doing it or being suckered into doing it because they feel that is a man's job. It's like trying to teach a man how to be a man in a Groupon way. It benefits the woman, but not him. Because I don't see how does it benefit any of us to pay for a girl to get her hair and nails done. It doesn't.
Because we don't even
recall. There's a sector of men who believe in that lifestyle.
Tricks.
There's a sector of men that believe in that because a woman can piece her money together. There's one woman between the four of us.
Coach, that's called bribery.
No, it's not. It's called using what her mama gave her to get what she got.
That's bribery.
But no, Carl. But it's on the man to see that also. It's on the man to see that. Reason why? One woman between all of us, right? I'm just giving an example. It's one woman between all of us.
Mm-hmm.
I can fix some shit. I can, and she's only gonna make it to where you accessible for what she needs out of you, right?
Right. So she's gonna go for one dude that got the good sex,
but
the other
she
dude that got the money for her hair and nail, and the other dude that's good for nothing but fixing shit.
Carl, she gonna throw the monkey on all of us. She gonna throw it on all of us when she want to get what she want. You will never know until you know. A lot of people don't pay attention to how a woman move. She gonna show you who she is. She can talk that good game. I'm gonna do all this, and the next day she'll show up like somebody you never knew. Most guys go listen. Some guys call a lot of guys when they going to pay that money. That's what they doing. They going to pay the money. They done saved up enough money, knowing end of the month she gonna call me. I'm gonna drop off his 200, 300. Done do. Only thing other dude got to do is take her out to eat. Then it might be one dude. He come over with the weed and the blunt. I mean, and the Henny, and he's knocking her down. Dudes just gotta see women can't play the game. They act like they can, but they're showing how they talk to you. Yeah. She's talking jazzy to you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't that man. Their behavior is all I say. She might get away with it for 30 days. But if we all on cue, third eyes on, you're like, oh man, she's a sucker. We're gonna play her like a sucker. But it's a different day.
I mean, it's
Carl, you'll pay a rent though. See, because you'll be over paying a rent. Because you want to save her. Carl want to come in saving them. I'm gonna pay your rent, get your kids together.
Listen, I swear, coach, let me say this publicly. There's not a woman breathing on this earth that can ever say, I, Carl, ever paid for their hair and nails to get done, their rent, or any of their bills. I don't do that. I was taught early. You don't invest in somebody that's not yours. That's not your wife. You don't do jack. Bare minimum with that. You understand? But all that money, I'm gonna take $200-$300 for. Listen. I have never in my life met any pussy that was tax deductible. I'm gonna say it again. I have never met any pussy that was tax deductible.
And right now, I need to chat and pay attention. Y'all be coming at me like I do these things. So I need y'all ladies in the chat. Y'all need to come correct. Carl ain't giving y'all niggas shit. I at least for fun shit.
Because you got to understand. Listen. If you're thirsty, I got a bottle of water right here. But if you're talking about if you're talking about paying your bills and I got to maintain my shit, nah, bro.
And that's what I meant. That's what I was getting to before, where I was saying that, you know, when you say that question, it's a question that has to be focused on men, because it was never the female's responsibility to have to be financial responsibility for the relationship. So when you ask, are we financially ready? You're always going to be talking to the men. Because that's not a question you ask a female, right? No one expects a female to pay for the wedding.
Well,
no
not
one expects a female to buy you a ring.
But that's not, no. I can't say that. Because if a woman can make, let me say why. If a woman has consistently demonstrated that she can not only hold her own, but she has more to go back and forth with you, you know, on the financial tip, you could give 5, she could give 5, then hey, of course, that's a winner. But if you're talking about somebody,
I don't like the way you talk.
No, listen, Dap. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh, you listen. You have never in your life heard a woman say she was saving money for fucking marriage. You've never heard that. There's not a woman on the planet who has ever came out and said, yeah, I'm getting myself ready for marriage. But men do it all the time, bro. You've never heard a woman say that, so we don't need this conversation.
No, I get that.
Did it happen? Yes. No. It happened? No. No, it's never gonna happen. It's never gonna happen. So let's not even have a conversation.
That's not the point I was making, but you're right about that though. What I'm saying is, why would you get with a chick that can't even pull $100 out of a checking account?
Because again, it's not her responsibility to financially take care of me or the family. That's my job.
It's not about financially
to get a woman to do my job.
That's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying that she is designated to take care of the man. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if I look at you, you should be in a state where you can, if I wanted you to. Not because you have to, but if I wanted you to. You get what I'm saying?
Carl, that's a
very but you have to.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this, Dapper. Hold on, Dapper. Let me show you a better, clear way of putting it.
Okay.
There's a difference between me dealing with a chick that has a car versus a chick that never had a car in her life.
Okay.
If you surround yourself and keep dating women that all have cars, as opposed to you got 2 or 3, that makes it a little bit more relatable for you to say, hey, babe, come on over, drive over here, as opposed to a chick talking about, I got to get an Uber or you got to go pick her up. It's not the same.
I feel you 100%, Carl. I really do. But this is what I'm saying again. I don't know. Like, men we're typically not going to tell a woman no to a relationship because she doesn't have a car, or she got a beat up car, or she works at McDonald's. We don't look at women and judge them based on their financial status. That's how they judge us. That is not the metric. Our metric is how they treat us, how they look, their femininity, how she makes me feel when I'm around.
Well, now, hold on. Bro. Now, this is what you just said that just clicked to me. Standard and preferences. I could create from my preference list a new standard. I don't deal with a woman unless she has a car.
Fair. That's true.
That's a standard now. It used to be a preference, but because I see and learn. Now it's a standard.
Yeah,
You don't have a car, bye. That's it.
But see, that's the thing. Both of y'all are saying the same thing. Y'all just taking it from different lanes. That's all. Because again, Carl, at one point you didn't require that.
Mm-hmm.
At one point you was using your gas up. Listen, the first time if I met a chick and we was vibing, because we talk on the phone a little bit. If you ain't talking to me on the phone, if I meet a chick today and she say call her and I attempt to call her, she don't answer the phone. Next time I see her, I don't know her. I ain't running. I don't talk. I'm on something new. Right. I gave you a chance. But if I meet her and I know she's a working, because I like working ladies. Women that work a little job, get off at 5. I like those type of chicks. I don't like no overnight chick, get off at 10. That ain't my woman. I want a woman that we can hit the happy hour. She wants to go with me. If I say meet me there, she's there. We gonna pull up and we gonna do what we do and we go our separate way. She gonna have to come to me 50% of the time. She ain't got to necessarily spend no money, but you gonna come to me. I like to shoot ball. You better bring your ass to that park. You ain't come to me to the park, man. I was just different. When I met my wife, man, I was out there, man. I was having too much fun.
I'm just saying it's a different experience. It's a different experience when you're dealing with women that have a car versus women that don't. I'm just saying.
Yes, of course. Of course it is.
I hear what you're saying, Carl, but a different experience for who? Because if I'm taking you seriously, I'm going to come pick you up for the date any damn way. You know what I'm saying? I don't need your car. I don't need your funds. I'm taking you out anyway. I'm planning the dinner anyway. I'm paying for the dinner anyway. So I would rather a woman spend more time in, her femininity, you know what I'm saying? Her manners, her etiquette, rather than trying to go get a job to get a car to kind of I got my own car, bitch. I don't care. I'm gonna pick you up anyway. Who the fuck you know what I'm saying? It's like I wish they would invest in things that would
I agree.
Like what we actually choose them for. The things that they invest in and then complain about we don't want them is because you're investing in things that we don't care about. Like you're another dude. That's what you're trying to be. You're trying to be another man. I'm not gay. I want a female, bro.
Since you are in the middle of the pool out there, your peers, the women who are your age, 2-3 years younger, women 5 and 10 years, y'all, even the guys, right?
Yeah.
Y'all still not making it happen. A lot of y'all just running. And listen, both sides are playing the coochie game now. Ain't none of y'all, most of y'all ain't trying to build families. Mm-hmm. Y'all trying to get away from each other. And the problem is this, Dapper, you don't have children, do you?
No, sir.
Let me tell you something. If you have a child out of wedlock, I don't give a damn what age you are. Your ass gonna be crying on YouTube like every other black man that went through that. If you get a woman, first of all,
I don't have a kid.
but again, I hope you will want your legacy to continue on past your selfish life. Even if you get a girl, because it ain't gonna necessarily be the son, because you're gonna have to protect your girl from your peers and all these little slow nugs running around. See what I'm saying? So and I'll say this in a nutshell. You in a prime position.
But that's about it.
But a woman, when she shows
because that's
up to you, she's already, that's who she is. Women don't learn femininity once they get 25 and over.
Nope,
ain't nobody learning that.
Yeah.
But also you can make a woman go back to that if you presenting yourself as that man. Not so much again by what you say, it's how you do it, and you demand the respect. So when you taking care of the business, she has to respect you. Or I'm gonna say this: it don't take you 2 years to learn a woman. You've had 6 months through the summer. Yeah. So when you cut off, and ladies cut the dude off. We know it. We adults out here. I mean, we can't play those games going forward. You're gonna be broke chasing that booty. Oh, you're gonna be broke.
He's talking that seasonal shit. I'm not messing with you today. You're talking that seasonal shit. Summer love and winter, something else.
No,
I see that.
I'm saying if somebody mistreating Carl, if a woman was mistreating Carl, I would hope that Carl got away from my ass by the time the next summer come around.
You feel
me? But I'm just saying the only time, and it's been for decades, you see people get into a relationship right before Valentine's Day, and they broke up by the time summer comes. You understand?
But
And
that
now
was
all of a
just a
sudden,
misnomer,
when
Carl.
hold on, and then when September's crawling, now all of a sudden they back in one if they ain't pregnant yet, and come on, because it's like you said earlier, it's about what can you benefit from it. For a woman, she could benefit from it during the winter time, but that's another story because we all saw how this winter a lot of women suffered when it came down to snowing outside and shoveling and all that. But during the summertime, it's hot girl summer. They want to be free. A lot of women do
But,
want to be free and single.
Carl,
But Valentine's Day,
Here's the
everybody.
thing. When women say
But
they
wait
want
a
to be
minute,
free,
when
they say
Valentine's Day comes,
because who the hell is oppressing you in America, bro?
I
Like,
want to ask Carl a question.
I'm
go ahead, coach.
I'm just saying generally. I'm not saying everybody. I'm saying it generally.
Carl,
Okay, because Valentine's Day, everybody wants something.
Carl, right now, I'm gonna ask you 2 questions. Who you buying something for this Valentine's Day?
Nobody.
I got 3 people I gotta get something for.
Damn, you
Three,
too?
three women that you are in communication with. Well, you still playing the same old childish game. You still playing the game. I'm just saying.
No.
Listen, okay, hold up, Carl.
No.
I ain't done. I'm gonna let you answer. So go ahead. So again, the next question is right. When it comes to, I'm going back to learning someone. Learning it ain't the time frame. I just gave it a time frame, right? What I'm saying is this: when you meet somebody, right? You and if she likes you, she wants to talk to you. She wants to pick your brain. She wants to see how you move amongst other men. See, women don't really talk about this, but they ain't looking at how they want to see how you move around other women. They like all that. If you smell good, they like it's a whole lot of internal. Again, if she's gonna be feminine, she's gonna be sort of cooperative because I think submissive is stupid because we all go work for somebody tomorrow. We submitting, our grandparents submitted. Ain't nobody gonna go out here and do no rivalries to make sure the white man is still ain't in control no more.
Unless wait a minute, unless she's a recovering lesbian, that's another story.
But as long as she's willing to cooperate, she's willing to communicate, and how does she treat other people outside of herself and her family? Does she talk bad about it? I could never be around a woman to talk bad about her friends and shit all the time. Get away from me. I don't want to hear about the best part of your life. I can see it. I see where you live. I can see, you know what I'm saying? But because I think men, this is me, right? And we own the young guys, but I can see the young guys finding a different vision because the women are displaying who they are all on the Instagrams, the TikToks, and the OnlyFans. Because there's a lot of women in their prime. They go look back because the internet is never tell a story in real life. When they get 35, never. 40, and they say they want a man, dudes ain't gonna be looking at them, and they're gonna be out here trying to say we gonna be strong together forever, and they're gonna lose because the brothers they're gonna be getting better, and the world is coming to America in the next 3-4 years. The world is coming. They having the Olympics here in 2028. They get ready to set AI in 2028. And most brothers, that's why I say, get your skills, save your money, eat right, get some exercise, pay for some coochie when you need it. You feel like you need to work out better, do all of that, and allow yourself to just grow into your manhood. I'm telling you, your life will be good. At 56 years, you can retire. Salute to y'all, man.
I'm going to leave you alone because I swear. Never mind. I'm not going to touch that. Let me get to number 4. Why everything a man wants from a woman is free, and everything a woman wants from a man requires money.
This woman is some gold digging. I'm just playing.
Come on, Just. Come on, Just.
Coach is gone.
Hold up. We haven't heard from Just for a minute. Why everything a man wants from a woman is free, and everything a woman wants from a man requires money.
I don't live in that zone. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay,
That's crazy.
observational learning.
No,
Observational learning.
no, it ain't about. Look, I already know. I already know it. Because I don't pay for pussy. I don't pay for air. What the hell? I don't pay for water most of the time. So what the hell?
You
Okay,
might need to start at this point.
Like, you
come
you
on, Dad.
you really want to ask that question to me? Like, yo, I'm sorry. I learned like I said, I found out years ago I have a great gift to gab. I ain't gotta say shit, but what I need to say.
So you be
Okay.
talking about their draws, huh?
I've been doing this since I've
Now,
been
see,
dating.
this is what I was hoping to hear, but I thought I would hear this from Dap. But his wife podcast. It's called Female for a reason. Fee, FEE, male.
No, that's crazy.
No, 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 no,
Funny as
no,
hell.
no. My school is called free. Free
Yeah,
man. Free
but
for
see,
the
this is
men.
the thing.
Hey,
Listen,
that's
this is
a
the
fact.
difference.
I'm
This,
using that. I'm
but see,
using that.
yeah, but see, this is the difference though.
Bro,
There's a
that's
difference between a female versus a woman. See, what me and Just was talking about is dealing with women,
Mhm.
not females. Because females, yeah, you need to pay a fee to get with them because what else they got
That's
to
a good
offer?
save, bro. That was a good save, brother. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep,
Yeah.
That
yep.
was a
So,
good save.
Nah, it's free for me. I don't know what you're talking about.
that's
Shoot. If I want to take you on a date, I'll take you on a date.
I ain't
oh
never
It's
man.
paid.
free.
Man, I damn sure ain't about to start the day to
I,
start
I
paying.
believe in freedom of speech and freedom of choice.
The day to
Mm,
start
mm,
paying,
mm.
boy.
So
Woo.
I believe in freedom of speech and freedom of choice. Mm.
Well, Coach got to go, but salute for him standing in his MIA expenditure. Did technology harm or help black men in relationships?
That messed up a lot. That messed up a lot of relationships, bro.
Right.
That messed up a lot of relationships.
See, that works against us, bro. Everything
Yo,
works against
that shit worked. That gave them. That turned every female detective Benson from
Yeah.
freaking CSI. I mean,
the
SVU.
only thing we ever
SVU.
got was Snapchat. And they hijacked that.
Yep.
I'm,
Self-deluding messages? Thank you. Yeah, hijacked.
Pretty much, right?
They hijacked that,
No,
man.
it's in your trash. I found all that stuff in your trash. What?
That's it.
in your
No,
history folder. No, go to the history folder
no,
and Google it.
because we as men are dumb, and we'll just be
Yeah,
like, yeah, we're gonna look it up and delete it, and forget to go to history and delete all that shit.
Every
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah. Oh man.
So,
Yeah,
nah.
Snapchat.
But see, I gotta bring this up because White Podcast conversations are free, courting is not. Guess what?
Who told you that?
Listen, you haven't been a man long enough to even say that.
Say that.
Conversations are not free, and
Conversation is
courting
not
is
free.
definitely not free. I don't know where you get that from. These chicks want a fee for every damn thing, down to getting their phone number. Do you understand? A lot of females expect men to pay them in some type of trade in order to get their phone number, their cell phone number.
Yep.
And it's crazy. That's why women, see, I look at both sides of things. I look at how they look at the security aspect. I'll give you my Instagram, but not my cell number. Wait a minute. If you planned on wanting a relationship with someone or being with someone, why would you? Oh, because you can easily block my ass from Instagram. That sounds like you planned this ahead of time to dismiss.
My
I'm
thing
not
is,
gonna take you serious.
So here's
my
the
thing.
thing, right? I'm gonna put y'all on game real quick because I used to be the dude. I don't want your Instagram because I feel like if you say you're gonna give me an Instagram, that's an insult. I want your number. I want to be able to
Mhm.
call you. Think about it. You can do more with her Instagram than you can with her number. She's gonna be posting shit that you're gonna be able to see that she wouldn't have communicated to in text messages. You get to see what she actually looks like online. You feel me? You get to see her
Mhm.
Right.
interests. You can do research. You can see mutual friends. You can even look at the shit she follows. So I started
Yeah.
taking the Instagram because now I can learn so much more about you. And I
In
really got
shorter time. Right.
So yeah, so I recently switched like 3-4 months ago. Nah, let me get your Instagram. It's like, oh, you don't want my number? I'll get that later. Cause bro, I could video call. Think about it, bro. You video
Yeah.
called me earlier to Instagram. There's nothing you can do with a
Right.
number maybe that you can't do on Instagram, but there's a lot of things you can do on Instagram that you can't do with a number. So I'll take the IG from now on.
Yeah.
I was put on game by a young nigga. I've learned. I'm changing my ways. I'm not so old that I can't learn and change, baby.
Hey, I hear you. I hear you.
Do you
Yeah.
think that works? Do you think that works vice versa for women?
Absolutely, but women have a
That's-
problem with us because we don't post a lot. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing on our shit. They are attracted to attention, so they're consistently posting, but we don't. We'll go on a trip out the country and you'll never know. I'll take not one fucking picture on Instagram. I have it on my phone, but
Exactly. I've done that. I've done that so many times. I'll end up in the Cayman Islands for the weekend. Take a couple pictures. Don't say nothing. Come up Monday. I post them then. And they be like, all right.
Even
So what
though
did you like this weekend? I'm chilling.
I always post after the vacation is over. Even when I'm in the gym. You feel me? I hit 315 today. I was itching to post that bitch. You feel me? I was like, nah, I gotta wait till I get home because I don't need you to know that I'm in the gym. I don't need that type of attention. What if one of my ops trying to slide on me now? You feel me? I'm good on it.
I think that, and I think
That's the way I think.
and that's what I got from it with men. Now that we got that whole turn your location on, we had to come up with ways, like you just described, like Justicide and you, how to beat that location real time. Because
You want to know what, man? I'll let you know.
yeah, I like that.
I'll let you know. I'm quick with it. I'm like, yo, you want to know where I'm at? Just ask. There's no reason to hide my location.
But I'm stuck on what Dab said about how it helped, and it helped because now you get to see more.
Yes.
But it harmed.
It harmed because them old sugar daddies back in the day when they can just walk out the house and going out, I'll be back. And you can just disappear. You can't disappear no more.
Yeah, but I mean, we stopped being able to disappear with cell phones, and man, it's one of the things that I try to train my women is, listen, bro, I could love you to death and not talk to you for 2 days, bro. Back in the day, when I went on a trip and I didn't have a cell phone, I would be gone for months, and you didn't cheat. Your grandmother didn't cheat, and your dad. I remember my mom came up here first. My dad was still in Jamaica. They would go a week without talking because it was expensive to call back then.
Yeah, expensive as hell to call.
My mom held my dad down. Everything was good. Now, if you don't hear from me for 12 hours, you're spazzing out, bro. You have a problem, bro. You're not. That shit is not normal to me.
They don't have a life.
Exactly. That's it.
If it come down to it,
I gotta bring something back. Since Dap, since you're the youngest of it, I gotta go with this. You remember the beeper, right? Remember the beeper, right?
Of course I remember the beeper.
Bro, I'm not the youngest. You the youngest.
Damn, you could have let me have it for a night.
Bro, I grew up with Shaft and all Beat Street and all that stuff. I came up with that.
Shit, it's my dude.
I came up with that. I remember coming home after school, flipping on Channel 5, watching He-Man and chilling the hell out. Doing my homework and everything. Nah, bro.
You talk about that?
Nah, bro. I'm an 80s baby.
All right. I ain't fucking with y'all Abbott and Costello every Sunday. Anyway.
Yep, exactly, right? Exactly, right?
You pass the vibe check.
Yo, that channel 11 movies them channel 11 movies made some days go by fast.
Hell yeah.
But the harm that technology, I'm going to discuss the harm of technology with black men in relationship is because it took away that personal interaction. Remember, there was a time.
Some of it did.
Let's put it this way. It was a time where the only way we can really communicate or get along with each other or get to know each other, whatever you want to call it, we had to do it in person.
Or after 7 when minutes was free.
No, bro. No, before that. before that.
Remember that shit, bro?
Before that. Nah, tell them, get them crawl. Before that, we had it rough, bro. We had it rough. Because when they came out, remember when they came out with the party line?
Ooh, top five.
Listen, I remember I remember you couldn't even use your house phone because somebody was on AOL.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
My mom used to hate me, bro. Like,
this
damn, bro. I
is
could have
why I
thought about the
said
girl.
it harmed because it took away that personal interaction. And to be honest, my growing up, that was the best fucking time is the personal interaction.
Interaction. Yep.
See, now I feel you, but you
Because
see, my
one thing that put everybody was outside, and that's where you wanted to be at.
90s was the best time,
I
baby.
mean,
What you mean? We
listen,
was on the block.
listen. We
I had to
live
wait
for
for you to walk on
listen,
my block to holler
Dapper,
at you.
Dapper. We live. Listen, we live for the block party.
Hell
Yep.
yeah.
All right.
Hell yeah. What a
Oh
Brooklyn
yeah.
block.
What they say? Put them 3 wires up to the lamp post. Put the DJ
Yep.
equipment up,
Yep.
and bam, we
Don't
live
forget
for
to break
that.
open the fire hose, baby. The fire hydrant.
Man,
What? Come on,
my-
man. Middle of
listen,
summer.
that was the best water in New York City. I don't care what anybody say.
Yep. And also when you wanted, if you couldn't go outside, you missed like a
That
whole
was
week of stuff in one
Oh,
day.
did you? Of
punishment,
course.
bro. You know,
Because you
it's so
wasn't getting no
funny,
listen.
bro.
If you wasn't getting no girls in school, you couldn't get none there either. I mean, it was just that way.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
facts. That's
The
facts.
block parties was just like in school, man. That's the only way you can get a chick, man.
Everybody was
Come on.
outside, boy. Woo.
Come on, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, bro. We used to all be outside just waiting for Shorty to come home from school. Just like, hey, she coming? Yeah. Come on. Hey, what's up? We used to be posted up on the porch, baby. Oh man, that was a good time, man. Playing football in the streets. What? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing I miss growing up in Brooklyn, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna cap, bro. That was some of the best years.
You know what, Stephanie, you're gonna make me ask that question that I've been dying to ask, but I said I'm gonna tweak it a little bit more. But there's a difference between being chosen
Mm-hmm.
versus what you choose.
That is true.
What you would choose is less in a way, and I'm saying this in the best way I know how.
Mhm.
What you choose in a man is less than the man choosing you. You understand? Because if the man ain't choosing you, what your choice of a man is ain't gonna matter.
True. That's vice versa, but true.
So-
It's also you gotta look at it like this too. A lot of women choose a man just because they want to be safe, financially stable, and everything, and then they be the unhappiest motherfucker on earth.
Because they forgot the man didn't choose them. He put
Yep,
up
and
with
then-
it,
But
he
then when you got
entertained it, but it's not the same as being chosen.
But then when you got the dude that's right there that want to be with you, so y'all both can make it happen, then you look at him like he scum on the bottom of your shoe. Like, nah, he ain't got what this one got, this, that, and the other. All right. But then two years later, oh, I'm unhappy, this, that, and the other. He don't do this, he don't do that. I'm like, yo, that's why I chose wisely.
Men ain't choosing because they're scared. Men are choosing. They're just being more strategic now because a lot, believe it or not, and I can speak for guys like myself, Dapper. There's a few guys out here I could tell. They're not scared. They're being more strategic because they don't want to be in the position like they've seen other guys be in that have multiple baby mamas and all that. They just don't want to. In order for you to get a parking ticket, first you got to have a car.
Yeah.
So if you watch your neighbor rack up 1,000, 1,500 worth of ticket, that might put a damper in you even think about getting a car because you don't want to be like that.
Thank you, bro. Listen, I was just talking to my brother about this, man, because I've always been big on relationships. I've always been a relationship guy. Popper, the contra belief. I've never been a hoe. You know what I'm saying? I've been a homemaker, got hoes, but I've never been a hoe. You know what I'm saying?
You was a hoe.
So one thing that I realized that social media actually made it.
But you're still a hoe because you said earlier I got women. You didn't say a woman. You said women. So
yes,
you're still a hoe.
Women.
Yes, yeah, you're a hoe.
Oh, makes me a
And
hoe.
like I say, I got 3 baby brothers, fine, dandy, whatever. I used to be married. I used to be married. All right. I went through that experiment. It worked out for some reasons, but
just let's be real though. Hold on.
What?
Let's be real though, for Just D. If you had to go back to the first one, the first baby mama, if you had
Fuck
to
you.
go back,
Fuck
would you change?
you.
No,
Fuck
no, no, no,
you.
no, 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 no. If you could go back before the first baby mama, would you have changed anything?
Hell yeah.
Stupid ass.
And
Oh,
that
If
is
I
what
would
brothers
have,
are learning from.
I would change my address, my telephone number.
See,
exactly. He's
I
funny as hell.
yo.
But look,
Cause
see, so this is
I
what I
just
was
no
getting
hold
at,
on.
right? Here's how social.
I just want to say this for the purpose of conversation and just so people can understand. You can learn a lot by observation. You could see an alcoholic on the street and say, "I don't want to be like that because I
see,
see what happened."
here's what happened. I didn't learn that until my 30s. I got married in my
Oh shit!
20s. I'm thinking I'm being loved, this, that, and the other. I didn't learn that. My grandfather hit me with school me with game all through my 20s. And then by the time I hit 30, I started realizing that shit. I was like, oh no. It's time to flip the coin. Let's see what else the other side look like.
Which one was
So,
cleaner, the head or the tails?
which was cleaner? The tails. I had to flip everything, bro.
There you go.
I was like, yo,
There you go.
this ain't it. I was like, I told her I got the divorce. I was like, this ain't it.
And I gotta say this too. A lot of men are not thinking with their dicks today. There are some that still do, not taken away from it. But there are
Mm-hmm.
more men learning not to think with their dick because they understand the repercussions behind it.
And
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's special, nobody's exempt.
this is what I mean by social media has helped men, but it hurt women. First off, ladies, you was the baddest shit on the block because I've never been off the block. Right? I was just talking to my client the other day, and he was talking about, I like
Hmm.
my plan. I have no
Wait a
complaints
minute,
about my
say that
plan.
again. Say that again. I've never tell you to repeat something, but say that again. You was the baddest chick on the
On
block,
the block because
but
I've never been off my block. You feel me?
who?
So yeah, you were the baddest on the block. I just never been off my block.
But
And I'm talking
now we got access to the other blocks.
exactly, bro, because the internet made it so easy for
Damn.
us to see what true beauty really looked like. So like I'm online and it's
Hmm.
like you like, damn, bro, all these women out here in trash. But then you click across a real baddie. She's dark skinned, pretty, she's smart, she's talking elegant, she not on that fuck shit. So you like, wow, I didn't even know women like this exist. So I would never accept this bullshit over here because now I can see that something else exists.
Mm-hmm.
When I thought that I had to deal with you because there was nothing else there, I would have stayed in that situation. So now
Yep.
women is getting fucked over. First, they went online and they started chasing celebrities and they started demanding the high life. But then men are realizing, bro, there's women who are intelligent enough to know that's internet. That's not real. And a matter of fact, there are certain women who like me enough that she's gonna help me and stay with me until I become that man for her. So why would I waste my time investing in your gold digging ass when I just met you 3 days ago and now I got your cash app already? You want me to sell you for your nails? Like, what the hell, bro?
And
So
let me tell you something.
rising up now. The
I want
internet,
to.
they need to get off the internet. They really do.
I'm glad you said that because I want to tap with this. We all see what's going on with Cardi B. Let's not forget before there was. Wait a minute. Before there was a Cardi B, I'm gonna test your brain real quick. Remember this. Remember what Little Kim went through. Remember Little Kim was out before Cardi B.
Yeah.
Does this sound like deja vu?
Yeah.
Nah,
Okay. And before
nah.
Kim was bad though.
before
They
Little
don't sound like
Kim, hold
deja
on.
vu. It's like she's saying
No,
she's being straight up about who she is as a person before she got all this money and shit. She went
Yeah.
back to that girl. He's like,
Yeah.
nah. When I had to struggle and had to really hustle out here, she back
Yeah.
to that person.
Yep.
So she's like, all right, I may have dated this dude and that dude, but nah, let me get back to the bitch from the Bronx, and then I'll come back and talk to y'all about this later. Yo,
because remember
she
that
ain't playing
girl
with
in the
old
Bronx
boy.
that was stripping. Listen, that girl in the Bronx that was stripping and all of that. It was easier for her to navigate through men because it was always business, or like we heard before, the robberies and all of that. That's not the same as what she was trying to do with Offset and even with Stefan. You
But
want
them
the
two dudes,
lovey-dovey,
but but them two
picket
dudes, them
fence,
two dudes,
right?
right? But look, them two dudes Stephon was stupid as hell. I don't know what was he thinking.
We know that. We know
Nah,
that.
Stephon
We
ain't
know.
the dumb one. It's the
That
girl. Because you knew who he was before you got here, and you still try to. Bro, I never understood why women think that they can change men, bro. I've just never.
But no, it's not even that. But even
Hey.
which way, there's no way in hell. I got a girl that's my friend that my girl is beefing with her because of her ex. Because of her ex, I'm sorry. If I already got a kid with this chick, I gotta respect her on another level. It's not gonna be on the same level as just a girlfriend. She got my kid. I gotta think about the kid. I gotta think about her. Either which way.
At the end of the day, bro, he had his baby mama there and another baby mama there. But at the end of the day, the way I see it is this, right? He's smart. He didn't really want Cardi B. He just wanted to smash. So as soon as it got to the point to where it was getting too much, he just did what he did.
That, yo. He did some young nigga shit. He wanted to smash. He got a kid with her. He wanted to smash. He got a kid with her. He tried to lock her down for life.
See, that's the thing.
That's a life move, bro. That's a life move, bro.
Like, don't he got 7 other baby mamas? He was not trying to lock these girls down.
Okay, but this ain't the Cardi B ain't done.
Cardi B like that. Trust me, he don't want you.
Hold on. We all knew the first time we heard his name linked to her, we knew it was just for a smash.
Yeah.
However, you fucked yourself up by leaving something behind, a child.
Yep.
Why you think that?
It could have been a smash.
So now your ass got to deal with her for the rest of your life.
There was no child involved.
Nah,
he got to deal with her for the rest of his life. And I'm telling you right now, I'll tell you right now, as a baby daddy, on my last 2 choices, I'm glad because they don't give me no problems. My ex-wife, please, I don't even talk to her no more. That's how bad it got.
That's the only ex I don't talk to is my ex-wife. Then line between
I would get into that, like, as we get older, and I would say men and women, as we get older, we start seeing things a little bit more clarity in a way that says, damn, I fucked up. And I see women going through that. The problem is the difference between the women and the men admit it. They know it and they admit it. Women rarely say, I fucked up a good man or I fucked up a good relationship.
Some women won't.
So that goes to accountability. Yeah. So I get that, and it's sad, it's messed up, but what can we say? And the last question for the night, and I dapper. I'm sorry you're busy, but this is the wrong time to be busy, sir. Is Valentine's Day equal? Is Valentine's Day equal? Is Valentine's Day equal or one-sided? And what would you require from a woman?
We know that shit is one-sided as hell.
Really?
Come on now. It's not even a real question. Who wrote that question?
That's not even a real question, bro. We have no fight in that. We have no fight in that.
Bro, the only day that's dedicated to men is Father's Day, and it's a joke. We get tired.
And that's a joke.
It's no media coverage. Like, bro, come on now, bro.
The only day I really get for myself is my birthday.
You feel me? That's it. And
that's it.
Celebrate my
Father's Day. All right, it's Father's Day.
Yeah, nothing.
I get a call from my kids.
See, and I keep trying to tell this, bro. The problem that we have in America is not the men. It's just that the women are so goddamn selfish, bro. Everything is about them. They want to be worshipped. And I keep telling these women that y'all motherfuckers think y'all are gods, and you're not. Because if I really put this shit into perspective, okay, you're the least desirable woman in the world. But again, you're only in America. You've only been on your block. You think you're a good woman because you're comparing yourself to your super fucking trash ass friends. Your friends are super fucking trash. And because you're the best of trash, you think you the shit. Until you go to Alabama or Tennessee and you see what real femininity look like. You feel me? You got the Atlanta, Georgia girls, but then you got the Buford, Atlanta girls, and they do not act the same. They're completely different. They say yes, ma'am, and yes, sir, to every adult they talk to. Not, who the fuck you talking to? How? Like, bro, they're completely different. So when you're in an environment,
wait a minute.
Trash, you're gonna treat trash.
And even I'll say like this, even island girls, they don't treat a man the same way that the American girls do.
Jamaica get pretty bad though, but you're right, bro. Them Haitian girls, ooh.
I don't know about y'all, but I don't know about y'all, but I feel a trigger alert coming up.
Nigga, you
I
always
do feel
trigger.
a
You must
trigger
be a
alert
Glock.
coming up.
Stay triggered. You a Glock with a switch, goddammit. This nigga
Yeah.
stay triggered.
I
Bro.
feel a
Yeah,
trigger alert
fellas,
coming up.
listen up, fellas. I got some things to do. Got to help my son out with some stuff. I'll give you a call. I'll see y'all next week.
All right, brother. Salute.
My brother.
Yeah, we can rock it, Carl. We can rock it, bro. We got a couple
I,
minutes to
I,
talk.
I got a trigger alert right now. Okay.
Go ahead, man. Get your trigger alert out, man.
This ain't no manosphere, but don't you ever, in my presence, I don't care if you're male or female, don't you ever in your life say a black woman is the prize. Ain't no prizes out here, male or female.
Why
The
we can't
prize
say that?
is the outcome of your union.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Prize is a relationship.
The outcome of the man and woman being together is the prize, not the individual. You can't prove it to me. You can't show me no examples, because every time a person come up here and say a woman is a prize or a man is a prize, you're really talking about yourself. You think you're the prize, but it's always the single motherfuckers that don't get laid, or the single females that can't get the men that they want, that say the word prize.
Yeah, I feel that.
There's no prizes.
Nah, that's not true. The men are the prize, because I never
No
understood
man,
why
no.
they take care of you. Of course, I'm the prize. You're getting.
I was a man of
get
pride,
more out of the deal than men
and
do.
he's
So
single.
you're the prize. That's how it works. Think about this, bro. Anytime you buy something, the reason that you're willing to give up your $100 is because you value the food or the chain or the experience more than you value the $100. Because somebody could have been like, "Yo, this is only $20." You're like, "I'm not paying $20 for that," but you'll pay $100 for something else. So when you're doing an exchange, you're only going to exchange the thing if what you're exchanging it for to you is more valuable. That's how commerce works. So as a man, the women are demanding such a high price now that men are looking at them like, "You're not worth the price. I'm never going to marry you. You're out of your fucking mind, because you're not worth the price, bro." And it's not that I don't have it. It's just that you're not worth it. I can commit. I can be monogamous. I can be with one woman. But not for your ass, because you ain't shit. And you don't know that you ain't shit, because none of your friends ain't never told you ain't shit. Your mama never told you ain't shit. Your grandmother never told you ain't shit, because you are offended by everything and accountable to nothing. So again, it's like I told my friends at the gym. I don't hate women. It's just that I hate stupid. And unfortunately, most women are stupid. Not because they lack intelligence, but because they refuse to hold themselves accountable long enough so that their emotions do not override their intelligence, and they allow it to happen all the time. Wife school said, "Hey, you choose with your penis." So what? Women are choosing with their coochies. Every time a nigga get laid, a woman had to give him permission. See what I'm saying? It's always the man's fault. It's never the oh, men think with their dicks. How come no one ever says women think with their pussy? No one ever says that, and that is why women are not going to be able to lead shit. You're never going to be equal to a man.
But wait a minute. To debunk that, let me debunk this real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
Men only think with their dick, and women never think with their pussy. If women didn't think with their pussy, and I only can agree to a certain extent when Lee talks. Why are you intentionally, I'm choosing my words very carefully.
Okay.
As a woman, why would you intentionally get all dolled up to go hang out around athletes, actors, comedians, rappers, so you can intentionally get pregnant by them so you can get the lifestyle that you want? If that's not thinking with your pussy, I don't know what is.
That's what I'm saying. And then they over here, I don't even know what this means. Each time these black men bash black women, you're talking about my mama. No, I'm not. Nigga, my mama was married. She had her children in marriage. You're retarded. Well, you're not retarded, but you know what I'm saying.
35 years of marriage.
It's all not the same, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Bro. If I had to compare,
my mama's not on the internet twerking. Like, what are you doing?
If I had to, but wait a minute. Let's freeze on that for a minute. Since he's bringing up the mothers, I'm gonna go with travel. Travel 1753. If I had to compare my mother to the average woman out here,
you crazy.
She would win hands down, because how many black women can you say been with the same dick for 35 years?
Thank you, bro. Like, get out of here. Miss me with all that. See, this is the
All
thing,
right.
bro. Again, instead of taking accountability for your actions, it's always to shift it to men. Men did not come on the internet and talk shit about black women. Black women came on the internet and talk shit about black men. So now when men are simply asking for accountability, we're simply asking you to say, listen, clean up your mess. Oh, you hate black women. What?
I hate black women.
What? That is
Listen,
insane, bro.
let me let you know. You know how. Let me tell you how weak that is. You can't hate something that you listen. You can't hate something that you're consistently attracted to.
Thank you.
You can't hate black women if you're constantly fucking, spending time with, investing in. So the hate word is kind of debunked automatically. Use a
Yeah.
better word.
We not out
Maybe
here in
I
mass
use
talking
a
about
better
we
word.
gotta-
I'll use a better word. Hold on. Let me use a better
we-
word because let me use a better word for those that are, like we said earlier, educationally or socially impaired. Have you ever thought that men in general don't hate black women? They just may be disappointed because of their upbringing. They're used to seeing women in a certain way. And now when you start seeing a different way that is more disgusting or low value or even sad. Let me keep it a simple word, sad.
talking about?
That disappoints a man.
What are
It
we
disappoint me. It
talking
disappoint me. Listen, it disappoint me that you have people that would stick up for somebody that don't have
Yo,
one dick. Listen, it
bro.
disappoint me that anybody, male or female, can come on social media and they can't prove or show one woman that is in their age group or less that's been with the same dick for 10 years straight.
I already know travel on singular shit, bro, because
Come
the
on,
shit
man.
it don't even make sense. So first of all, right? So check this out. Instead of trying to debunk the point, right? Now all of a sudden we need to date each other. We're gay, and it's like Kevin Samuel said: once you back him in the
Oh,
all they're gonna do is shame and insult because
that's
they can't
it.
articulate themselves with actual intelligence. So anytime you see somebody going to this low base stuff, why would you want to wear a female's hairstyle? That proves you don't know history. Barbers did not always exist. Men also used to have long hair and they braided their hair because they had to go to war. Men came up with braids, not women. So an intelligent person would have known that. And this is again, this is what I'm saying. Thinking with the emotions instead of thinking with your brain. You could have just Googled the shit. But instead, now you look uneducated. You see what I'm saying? So we got to be careful with stuff like this. Pay attention to what we're saying and ignore the way you feel about what we're saying so you can truly understand it. Because if your emotions are in the way, it's no different than if no barbers do not always exist. That's a foolish statement.
Woo!
That's a very foolish statement. Barbers do not always exist.
You know what? Listen, hold on.
Like saying
I want
garbage
listen,
patchwork
listen.
always exists.
We could
Doctors.
go listen, we could go back. Listen, we could go back and forth, but I'm gonna do this. Okay, since that was the last question. Travel one, how would you like to come up on the stage? It's travel one is a man, right? Travel
There's no
one,
way.
please come up
There's
on the
no way
stage.
that's a man.
You know,
There's no way
just get
that's a man.
just listen, hold on. Evo, please send travel one the link. Come up on the
That's not a
stage
man.
because I would like to see who. That's not a man.
Now, I'm telling you that can't be a man. There's no way, Carl. I've never seen a man use that type of rationality in my life.
Listen, I don't know. Is it a man or not? I'm very curious. Travel one, are you a man or a woman? Not what you think, what you're biologically born. I really like to know. If you're a man, please come up to the stage.
See, like, look at this, right? You spend more time on your hands than a woman. How does that even make sense? How do you know what I do with my hands? I was literally just talking about how he was clowning niggas for getting pedicures because niggas
Yeah,
don't do
that's
that.
definitely a woman.
You see
I'm
what I'm
sorry.
saying?
I
Do you see how this doesn't
that's
make
a
it?
woman.
There's no way that's
Because
a guy.
listen,
That doesn't make
even
any
the
sense.
language. Hold on. I have never in my life heard a man say you can't afford to have travel on this panel. Only a female
Bro,
will say
look at
some
this,
shit like that.
bro.
So
Get out of
salute.
here, bro. Get out of here, bro.
Because the
Barbara
commodity
is a
we have reduced most women to, wouldn't you agree? Wait a minute, what? Wait a minute. Why am I talking to Elevator in the comment? Your black ass supposed to be on the stage. I didn't know nobody gave you a day off. You can talk in the fucking comments, but you can't be on stage? Nigga, please.
You working, bro?
How
You feel me?
you talking from the comments and you supposed to be on stage?
Because he's working. He just said he was working, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right. Look at ourselves.
So see, look at this, bro. First barber in school, 19th century. The only thing you're gonna find is they said that they have tools dating back to 5,000 years before Christ, which that time never fucking existed. That's proven that time does not exist. Early barbers were highly respected priests and medicine men, so they were doctors, and they did it to warn off evil spirits. That's what I'm talking about. The whole grooming thing, like that's not what men were concerned about. So this is what I mean. It's just every single comment that's made is so easily just broken down. And here's the thing: we're now so far away from the point of the topic, it's ridiculous. And this is how y'all think y'all can win arguments. You make a valid point that has nothing to do with the discussion and claim that you're right. And that's why y'all think all men are dumb. But if we're so dumb, why we smash out?
Men, listen, men only leave relationships when the relationship is not good for him. Mentally, physically, financially, emotionally. And
we be staying through the week.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
We persevere.
We have seen evidence over decades of men staying in relationships they shouldn't have no business being in.
Yeah.
But they look at the principle of things, not the emotional, the principle of it.
But they celebrate women who leave because they weren't happy, when happiness is not a perpetual state. Happiness is an emotion, to me, it's fleeting. It will never be permanent. Oh, I'm not happy today. Okay, you could be happy tomorrow, but I'm not happy today. I'm leaving. Yay, girl, chase your happiness. Retardation. Absolute retardation. Your brain is unable to process standard operating procedures of humanity. You cannot.
Wait a minute. The Elevator just say new challenge next show. Can we go on an entire show just speaking positively or giving advice?
Yeah, we did that until the comments started going.
We're on. Hold on, let me state this for the record. We're on episode 131. That means there's at least 130 shows that we've done.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't say all of them wasn't speaking positively or giving very sound food working advice. You can't.
Exactly. And once again, we're only talking truth here. So you can't say the truth is negative. The truth is the truth. It's not negative. That's like, bro, you got a flat tire. Oh, you're being negative. No, bro, my tire is actually flat. I'm just telling you the truth, bro. It might not make you happy to know that the tire is flat, but I'm not being negative. I'm just telling you the truth.
Oh boy, we're not celebrating it. We're just saying
the truth, bro. Like, you can't.
Now the negative part is
until you identify the problem, bro. Come on now, A squared plus B squared equals C squared. Cut it out. You know what I'm saying?
We're always yelling. Oh wow. Well, White Podcast. I have said a lot of positive things. I've said a lot of things that was
very, me, I understand.
I've said too many things that was, solving based, if you want to put it. I love solution. However, I can't change your mind. I cannot make anybody do anything. Lead the horse to water, can't make them drink. Come on. You can't say that it's negative for me to say publicly, never fuck a dude if he don't have life insurance. How many chicks is out here fucking dudes that don't have life insurance?
Plenty, because I don't got it no more.
And now crying that he's broke. He was broke when you met him because he didn't have no life insurance.
And honestly, bro, just because something sounds condescending doesn't mean it is condescending, because offense has to be taken. It can't, you know what I'm saying? It can't be given. You have to take offense. I can't give offense. So again, we gotta get out of this soft culture. That's why we're in the trouble that we are now, because we cared so much about how something made someone feel and not the better state that it put somebody in. That's why we have participation trophies, and that's why we have the epidemic of obesity, because I want you to feel good. Let me get the sugary drink. It's okay to have the cake. It's okay to have your sweet treat. And now you're obese and you're gonna die early. So at the end of the day, bro, the truth is offensive, but it's not a sin. I would rather you give me harsh truths than honey lies. But unfortunately, as women prove, they would much rather us lie to them. That's probably why Eve sided with Satan, because she likes to lie. She liked to lie. She knew the truth. But it is what it is.
This guy wait a minute. Let me ask you this. What travel one? What state do you live in? I must know. Because this whole thing, I want to know if you was under a rock somewhere. You saying women like compliments. Black men were not trained by their baby daddy. You're grown now, get some training on how to treat. Let me ask you something, brother.
Hold up. If we didn't have our dads, don't that mean we was raised by our black mothers? Bro, the math ain't math. I'm done.
That's why I don't understand that. How the hell can if a man left a woman for obvious reasons, she don't have interdependency skills, or she doesn't bring cooperation and peace, or she's always getting into some shit that threatens the security of him or the relationship. What? I don't understand you, bro. You know what structure and direction is? If a man doesn't have structure and direction with himself, and he cannot have structure and direction with a woman, guess what happens? The relationship is going to crumble. Why? Because it takes two, not one.
Oh, no. Hey, you know what, bro? Let's apologize. We're dealing with somebody that hasn't gotten over trauma yet, bro. We're dealing with a hurt individual.
I'm not going for that. That was a lot of typing.
We sorry, bro. We apologize. I don't know what you went through.
Maybe. See, let me start this over. Real quick. The first question was, do you think similar upbringing make a better relationship? That was the first question, in case y'all didn't know what was going on. The second question was, do you think the slow kids back in the day are in the dating pool today as adults, and social media gave them a place to exist? That was number two. Number three, 76% of luxury goods are bought by aspiring poor people, poor folks. So do we think, oh no, hold on. So do you know how, wait a minute. Oh, do we know how to budget before getting into a relationship? 76% of luxury goods are bought by aspiring poor folk. So do we know how to budget before getting in a relationship? That was number three. Number four, why everything a man wants from a woman is free, and everything a woman wants from a man requires money. Number five, did technology harm or helped black men in relationships? Did technology harm or help black men in relationships? And number six, the last question before we got into this tirade, is Valentine's Day equal or one-sided? And what would you require from a woman? Please, y'all in the comments, tell me where the negativity comes from. Because let me say this one last thing. Listen,
bro, look at the comments, bro.
Hold on. Let me finish. If this is Evo Live, Evo Evolutionary Men's Live, like the barbershop for the men on the panel. This is what we back and forth with. So I would like to know what male disagrees with this whole form.
She is so hurt, bro. She needs a hug.
Ew.
Come here.
Yes,
bro.
sir.
You need a hug for real, bro. What
First
kind
of all,
of man
Dapper, I'm correct. Dapper, you're talking to elevated. Dapper,
elevated. Welcome.
Because I don't know that tirade y'all went on. Y'all thought I'm not travel one. I know.
I said, yo, we need a man. Why I'm going on? Yeah.
We go elevated. Elevated.
Yeah, I'll be up there time on Sunday.
Hold on, Dap. Elevated represents the advocate for women on this panel. Okay, so y'all know.
If that's what you want to call it, I represent the advocate for neutrality, and I'll use that word because when I say it's condescending, meaning that you can't give a compliment on one side or give advice and then point it and say something negative to follow it up. That's where the condescending comes in. Where
Okay,
we'll
so
say,
you give me an example of what was condescending that I said?
I'll give you an example when you say women should choose better, then don't get upset when you choose the wrong one and fuck the wrong dude. You say something nice and then you give her advice and a woman will look at you and be like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then right behind it now, you throw something else. That's condescending, bro. Dapper
No,
doesn't
But
do.
it wouldn't be.
Hold
But
on, Lee. No,
hold on, hold on.
hold
It
on.
wouldn't be condescending. Hold on.
No, hold on, Carl. Lee, those two things correlate. I'm a perfect example.
That's not what we're talking about, Dapper.
Watch this, right? Watch this. Dapper, you need to choose cars better. If you choose your car and it's a deadbeat and it's a beater, don't complain when the transmission blows.
That's not what we're talking about, Dapper.
Don't complain. You bought a
moving the
BMW.
goalpost.
Don't complain when your water hose is busted because I told you that's how BMW.
You're doing the same thing right now. You're proving my point.
But what's the
Carl,
point?
he's proving my point. I just said it. He said, make sure you choose your car because the hose might break. Why can't he just leave it there? Hold on. Why does there have to be blame posted after that? Because why does he have to make it a negative context?
It's not a negative. Hold on, Dab. Let me finish this.
No,
it's not a negative. Hold on. It's not a negative connotation. Listen carefully. It's not. Listen.
Negative.
Hello.
I got it.
No, let me do this while my thought is finished.
I got it.
You're gonna blow this shit up. It's not a negative connotation.
Exactly, and we're gonna use the same analogy. Lee, is it a fact that BMWs have coolant leaks? Is that a fact? Yes or no? Is that true?
So what are you basing a fact on?
Here's what I'm getting off. We all know that certain men have a tendency to do certain shit. We as men can see it a mile away. So if you as a woman keep fucking Pookie and Ray Ray, and every Pookie and Ray Ray has made you a baby mama since the dawn of time, and you then choose Pookie and Ray Ray, you can't come at me for saying choose better. So if you get pregnant by Pookie and Ray Ray,
you're missing the point.
I told you not to choose Pookie and Ray Ray.
Your point of reasoning is not what it. You're not hearing what I'm saying. Listen, bro. Dapper, because you're shouting does not make you correct, sir.
I would agree, but just because
what I'm saying to you, listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to understand and not to respond. If I ask you for advice and you give me advice, listen to what I'm saying. If I ask you for advice and you give me advice, just leave it at the advice. After that, there's no need for you to now poke the bear and then throw the condescending or negative remark after that.
It's not negative.
Because you're not listening to what I'm saying. You're still not letting me finish, sir. If you come to me, just like earlier, she said, White School Podcast, you're not listening, or you because you want to be right so bad. Let me finish and land my plane so you can understand what I'm saying. In a conversation, when somebody's getting advice, they want the advice, right or wrong.
Correct.
So if you lead with the good part of the advice, because in that moment that's what you're doing, and then right after that you throw an insult towards the same person, that's condescending and it's negating the advice you gave.
You're absolutely right, but in your example, that's not what happened.
But
me saying
you didn't let me finish. Y'all didn't let me finish.
Don't complain is not an insult. It's a
warning. He asked for example, and I was giving him one.
Again, if you're saying you should choose better, and then the next thing I say is, hey, you should pick men better, so don't complain if you choose the wrong men. That's not negative. That's not condescending. It correlates.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Hold on.
It's something you don't need to say, bro.
Hello.
You say that.
Hello. Let me do this.
Go ahead, Carl.
I want to take this back to something we all can relate to. The first time we was put in front of a stove, and our mother or whoever was teaching us how to cook, and they told you the proper way to cook an egg. And if you do something this is the outcome. And if you do it this way, this is the outcome. It's not condescending to tell somebody, if you do something, this is the proper way to do it. But if you don't do it this way, this is the outcome.
Are
Exactly,
y'all
bro.
That's
listening?
not
Are y'all
Telling you
listening?
condescending.
what the
Are y'all
consequences is
listening?
not
Are y'all
negative.
listening? Carl, are y'all listening to what I'm saying? Y'all
I
listening to
am
response?
listening.
No, you're not,
Elevator,
sir.
we
Listen
hear
to
you
what I'm
loud and
saying.
clear.
Listen to what I'm
Elevators,
saying.
I honestly believe because we're
I'm
not
trying to,
agreeing with you, you
but
feel like we
no,
don't understand you. What I'm saying is we
sir,
understand you, but it
you're
doesn't make
not
sense.
getting. You're trying to argue. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen for a second. The person coming to you already knows they're choosing wrong. That's why
No,
they're
no, you're
coming for
adding
the
shit.
advice.
Nope,
You're
you're
not
adding
letting me
stuff.
finish, Carl.
You're
This is
adding
Carl.
stuff.
He
If they knew
wants
they
to
was
be
choosing
right so
wrong, they would have
bad.
need my
Hold on,
number.
dab,
Carl,
dab,
listen to
dab,
what
dab. Let him
Carl,
finish.
listen to
I
what I'm
want to hear
saying.
this.
If a person's coming to you for advice, right? They already listen. If a person's coming to you for advice, they already in some way, shape, or form know that they're doing something wrong. So they're coming to you because they want the advice. If you give the advice and then right after that, you come back and throw what they came to you in their face, that's condescending and rude, Carl. You have to agree.
No,
Now,
because
this is no.
you're
Hold
moving the
on, dab.
goalposts,
Hold on,
bro.
dab. If
You're
a
moving
person
the
is coming,
goalposts.
hold on, dab. First of all, there's two sides to this. One, I'm listening to you attentively. You said if the person is coming to you for advice. A lot of times people is not coming to you for advice. You care about them enough to intercede and give them advice because they're not man enough to come to you and ask for your advice. That's number one. It's saving people from running into a brick wall. But two, if they do come to you and ask specifically for your advice, it's not condescending to give them the pros and the cons. Okay? If you do it this way, this is the outcome. If you do it that way, this is the outcome.
That's
So,
different. That's totally different than what you just said,
no,
Carl.
no,
That's totally different. That's not condescending. When I say condescending, was meaning throwing an insult afterwards.
I'm
That's
not.
what that's what I'm
But
talking
see,
about.
that's
What you
That's
just
what
subjective.
I'm
said.
saying.
But see, that's so subjective.
No
Hold
one
on.
threw an insult.
Listen,
Telling you
listen,
to
Lee,
choose
But
better,
that's
Lee.
what's been
no
happening
complaining
Hold
is
is
on,
not
hold
an
on, hold
insult.
on, hold
It's
on.
not an
This is
insult.
listen, Lee. That
what's
is
up?
so subjective what you said because remember, I can sit here and use the N word, and Dapper might not have a problem with it, but you do. It's subjective because each individual can take things differently.
Which is why I'm not disagreeing with you. Well, that's why I read the comment. When you're trying to help somebody, you cannot also throw a dart at the same time and don't know if that person can take it. That's
But
why it
see,
comes off
Okay,
condescending.
well, guess
That's what I'm
what?
Lee,
trying to
hold
explain
Hold
on,
on,
to you.
Lee.
hold
This
on.
is what we're trying
Okay,
to explain
so
to
let me
you,
do
bro.
this, Lee.
This is
Let
what
me
we're
do
trying
this,
to explain
Lee.
to you. Telling the
Listen,
truth is not throwing a
That's
dart.
your
but
truth,
Lee,
Jafar.
Lee,
No,
Lee,
no, it's not about,
Lee.
bro. There's
Hold
no
on,
such
hold
thing
on,
as
hold on.
the
Let me
truth.
straighten Lee out. Lee, hello. My name is Carl Shaft. I believe in tough love. Now, how you take it or don't take it or process it, that's a you problem.
That's a
You
So so
understand?
fact.
so so that so that so so that that means the lack of emotional intelligence to give advice
It has
doesn't
nothing to
exist
do with
then.
the lack of emotional
No,
intelligence.
that has
It
nothing.
has no. Hold up, hold up, hold up.
It's
You know
on
what
the
it has to do with?
other
Hold
What's
side.
on,
that?
The lack
hold
of
on.
emotional
You know
intelligence is
what
What
it?
is what is it?
Listen,
me,
hold
bro, not
on,
your
hold on,
decision.
Dad. This
What
is
is
what it
it?
got to do with. It's not lack of intelligence or emotion. It's the lack of coddling you. Because in reality, I don't have to coddle you.
That's what they
So
want. They
so
want a
okay,
participation trophy.
just
The
like
world
you
ain't
don't
all
have to be
sunshine and
condescending.
rainbows, bro. That's why they weak
Just like
now.
you don't have to be condescending.
No
So
one
No,
is
so
no,
being
so
it's
because so
condescending by
because so
telling you
because
don't
so
complain
hold
about
on.
your results. It's
So
not a
so
condescending
you're
thing.
saying coddling. So because you guys or in your world that you have in your world that you have made right now, everybody else won't agree with it. It's your truth and it's the truth for everybody else.
Bro,
I would say for
I'm
me,
asking a serious question
I'm gonna
because
say for
what you're
me,
saying is based on your subjectiveness, Carl. The words
no,
you
it's
just used.
not.
but I'm gonna say this: tough
It
love.
cannot be, bro.
Listen, I can say this in all fairness and honesty. The tough love that I present towards people that work for
Mm-hmm.
me has also helped other people in reality. So therefore, it can't be a right or wrong as long as the outcome is positive for them or positive for me. That's not subjective.
Huh?
And that's exactly what
You
I'm
just
talking
said,
about, bro. Like
Carl, that is
what I say,
subjective.
hold
That
on,
is the
Lee. It's simple.
definition of subjective. You said for me or for them. That's the definition of subjective, brother.
No. All right, Carl. So
No, 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 no. if I show tough love to everybody I come in contact with, and that tough love has helped them in their life better than what it was before they met me, that is a win-win all the way around. Especially when I use tough love even for myself. I use tough love with my godkids. I use tough love with everybody.
And again, that's subjective. You
check
keep
this out.
saying
Now,
myself,
here's the thing.
myself.
Lee, this is the problem that you're running into, right?
I'm not running into a problem. I'm giving you, hold up. First of all, I'm not running into a problem. What I'm giving you is the other side of the world that you guys are not used to seeing. There are other people that will disagree with you.
I'm used to seeing both sides. No, don't take it. Hold on. Don't run with a narrative that you can tell me what I have and have not seen.
You're doing the same thing, Carl.
Listen, I have seen. Listen, listen. I have. Listen. You're talking to a man. Listen, hold on. You're talking to a man that had 2 cats in his life. Nobody teach you more about patience than plants and a cat.
This nigga brought a fucking feeling. Oh, bro. Let me get back to the definition, okay?
I'm just saying.
Hold on, listen. Subjective, based on or influenced by personal feelings, taste, or opinions, which means it's always based on the receiver and never the giver. You see what I'm saying? That's what subjective is.
No,
subjective
it does not. No, it does not. You added that. No, it does not. You expanded that definition. No, it does not.
No,
you read something.
Listen.
Something. No,
based
sir.
on
No, sir.
or
You're not going to get that
by
one.
personal feelings.
No, you're not going to get that one. You read something. No, you read something, but you didn't. And no.
Listen to
okay. Well, let me ask you something. Hold on. Let me ask him a question real quick since he's here. Hold on.
Wait, you always got to jump in and explain your side. I get it. It's coming, but just let me land this plane. Based on or
I just want to ask him number 2.
My personal feeling, taste, or opinion. So here's what this means, right? If I'm communicating with you, okay, and I say, listen, bro, you need to pick better. Somebody might take that as harsh. Someone might not. But that's not coming from me. It's all on you, the receiver, to decide how you're going to take it. You decide that, not me. Because like Carl said,
what point are you proving? What point are you proving? That's not that wasn't the point of the conversation. I said condescending. I said condescending.
Lee,
I said condescending.
Lee,
he said subjective.
If you heard exactly what he said, I could say something to somebody and they will cry. And I can say the same thing to somebody else and they'll pat me down and be like, yo, thanks for the love.
Your guys are not even listening.
So
look at the comments. The comment says you don't. It's not what you say. Fellas, y'all are missing the point. Again, the emotional intelligence here, I'm telling you guys, it's not what you say, it's how you say it and how you deliver that message.
That's bullshit. That's
the condescending. Carl, that's what condescending means.
It's not how the world works. Listen to what the fuck
that's
said.
your word.
Wait.
That's your word.
Lee, let me get this straight. Let me get this straight, Lee, so I don't take offense. Are you saying
your world?
So let me ask you. No. So if your landlord says pay the rent or pay the rent, you still have to pay
your world.
That's not my world.
That's your world, sir.
Lee, let me ask you something.
How I say it,
let me ask you something, Lee.
That's his world. I'm not going to argue with that.
Okay, so Lee, let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, Lee.
What's up, brother?
You said twice, I lack emotional intelligence.
No, I said the lack of emotional intelligence when presenting that. I never said you.
So
I said the lack of emotional intelligence.
Okay, I lack emotional intelligence.
I said the lack of emotional intelligence when you're being condescending. Listen to what I'm saying to you.
So let me ask you something. You're old enough to remember the TV show Good Times, right?
I'm get to that point because again, the historical references don't add up to this time frame.
Okay, we had James Evans showing tough love. There was nothing condescending about his character in Good Time. Something that
was, brother. Yes, it was. So in all of them, it was. What are you saying, Carl? That's again. Yes, it was. To other people, it can be. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You're not listening to a word I'm saying. You're not. It's not what you do; it's how you do it.
So we
listen
should.
To the adjective.
So what you're saying is we should all coddle other
No,
people.
and see what I'm talking about? See what I'm saying? We're having a conversation, and then you took what I just said. You took what I just said and flipped that in that
Because it's
mindset.
one or the other. Either it's tough
It
love
can't
or
be
it's coddling. There's no gray area in between.
what, and that's where I'm saying to you now that when you're presenting things like that, we have a lack of emotional intelligence on the male side because we think it's one or the other, but it can,
So
but it
let
can
me ask you this.
actually,
Hold on.
but
So
it can,
Lee.
but
So
emotions.
Lee.
Hold
Lee.
on,
When you look at
emotions.
a woman, hold on, Lee. When you look at a woman saying, Jamal, please sit down, that's not condescending. Jamal,
Jamal,
sit
why would
your
you want a
ass
woman to
down.
Jamal?
Hold on. Jamal, please sit down versus Jamal, sit your ass down. Which one is more emotionally
What? Hold on, a woman
intelligent?
named Jamal. I'm trying to get your point.
I'm giving you an example.
Okay.
Here's a woman telling her son, Jamal, please sit down,
Uh-huh.
versus Jamal, sit your ass down. Which one demonstrates emotional intelligence to you?
They both do. Knowing when to use them, in what situation, that's what emotional intelligence tells you.
So when you are, so when you
Oh
know,
my God.
hold on, Dad. So I'm glad you said that, because if you know the majority of people out here is hard-headed, stubborn, and have no clue on what the hell they're doing,
Carl, what you said just don't make any sense. That don't make any sense.
you just said it
What you just
applies to.
said doesn't make any sense. That you can't apply the same logic when you're talking to a woman about relationships and a woman to her son. You can't do that. What we're talking about advice based
What do
on
you
these
mean?
So
because
let me ask you something. Let me ask you something in your way,
Bro,
Lee.
good advice
Hold on,
is good
hold on, hold on,
advice
hold
and
on.
bad advice.
So
No matter.
which one showed more emotional intelligence? Kevin Samuels or Derek Jackson?
I don't know the outcome of either one of them, so I can't tell you.
One is
I'm
dead
really
and the other one cheat. One is dead and the other one cheated on his wife and moved on with another woman.
Carl,
okay.
that gave no emotion. That gave no context, Carl. I ain't gonna lie. That gave no context.
This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. When he
No
gives me these, when he gives me,
I just had to slip that in there because this emotional intelligence shit is killing me. Because the most intelligent,
Shit, bro.
the most
Women
emotional
can't know that.
intelligent dude. Listen to the compound of what I'm saying. The most emotional, intellectual dude on the social media that every woman bought into, that some men even bought into. They thought this guy was up there, and he wound up cheating on his wife and moving on. What
Not
them
only
kids?
that, he was a complete fraud from the beginning. See, and this is why
Of
I keep telling
course,
y'all to read y'all Bibles,
right.
bro.
So this is
Honey
why I'm
words
saying this.
is
This
used
is
to
why. Listen,
deceive people,
this
bro.
is why I brought him up,
Honey
because
words
in
is used to deceive
listen,
people, bro.
in comparison
That
to
shit.
in comparison to tough love of Kevin Samuels, where's the lie
hold
at?
on, Carl. Kevin Samuels was not giving tough love because he did not. He preyed on women that he could talk down to.
Are you
He
crazy?
preyed on women he could talk
Yeah,
down
you
to.
never
So
watched the show. You never watched
you
this whole episode. I
no
know for a
no
fact. You don't gotta tell me nothing. You never
no
watched the show. You
because
never
I've
watched it.
seen
You've never watched the show.
hold on, Dapa. Do you remember? I'll give you an example. Hold on. This is weird. This is where I'm gonna remind you of your history. When you had the show with Nikki, one of the topics was Kevin Samuels. Remember that show we had up there? And what I said to you, I said when I brought my homeboy Big Perk up there, and I said he was the one that was educating us about Kevin Samuels. That's when I said I heard about it. Remember that? That's what I said.
Yes.
That's what I was saying from that. And everybody was making that comment that he does not speak to women of caliber who can have conversations with him.
But
he talks to the
wait
women.
a minute.
That's what I was referring to.
That's
Those are
not.
coming
So
from
wait a minute,
people who
Lee.
watch clips and never see this.
Right,
Lee,
they never watched those shows because Lee. There was shows that he did against men. There was no. Let me say it. There was a lot of shows that he did with against men, telling them they got a little dick and they need to fucking stay home and stop fucking with
But
bitches
see,
because
that's off topic. That's off topic. That's completely
no.
off topic.
I'm just gonna put it out there. He didn't
That's
go
why
after,
he's proving my point.
Everything.
Everything.
Episode.
Look
he
at what
didn't go after just women though. He went after men the same way.
Paul, you're off topic, bro. We're off topic. The reason that I'm saying that I know for a fact that you've never watched an episode of Kevin Samuels.
Yeah, I didn't. I told you that.
I remember watching the clips, and it's like, oh damn, he coming for these hoes. But then
Right.
my buddy sent me the full 3 hours. It never starts off that way. Kevin Samuels was smart. He knew that he would get clicks by showing the most aggressive part of the conversation, and it brought people from his page. And he's a genius. He went from having like 5,000 followers to over 300,000 in 2 months because he understood the market. He was intentional. That clip that got him famous, that you're average at best, he was so kind and nice to that lady for 18 straight minutes. And she kept trying him, kept jabbing at him, kept taking points, and he finally got tired of it. So anytime I can literally know the type of person you are by how you feel about Kevin Samuels. If you're saying, oh, you hate him, it's because you never watched a fucking episode. And that means that you're the type of person who's going to make a quick judgment off of something you know nothing about.
Isn't that what you guys have been doing the entire night?
No, we haven't.
Isn't that what you guys have been doing the entire night?
Hey, let me put this, hello, let me put this tidbit there.
My God.
If you notice, and everybody has been saying it, I see it, even Kendra G is changing her formulation.
A woman, and he had a conversation with her.
Correct,
Correct.
podcast.
And these are women who made more money than him. So you can't talk to women higher themselves to a status. You see what I'm saying?
They had to change their strategy.
You guys just want to be so right. You guys just want to be so right in the conversation that you're not even seeing.
It's not a right or wrong. Listen, let me say this again publicly. Lee, with me, anytime I speak anywhere, it's not about right or wrong. It's about logic versus illogic. Not right or wrong. I don't care about being wrong.
I'm black and white. I can admit that. I'm very
If I'm wrong, I'm not going to speak about something I don't know about. I ask questions, but it's about logic versus illogic to me. Not right or wrong.
Simple as that. It's like, and that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, I already knew, bro. They did not watch the full clip. Kevin Samuels loved black women. He dated black women. The whole reason that he was doing it, he started off talking to men, and he realized that at the end of the day,
there was no market.
The men weren't the one that really needed the help. It was the women. Now, if you go ahead and go to his site, it's still up. You will see that over 80% of the people following him were women. So why are women, if he really hated black women, why were they following? He says, listen, I sit down and talk to women every day for 3 hours. How can I hate you when all I'm doing is investing all my time and energy into you, trying to get you right? You say you want the high value man, and all I'm telling you is, baby, you don't qualify. Get your life together.
That's it.
Learn
That's
how to.
it.
You guys are still not listening. You guys are trying to overtalk. You guys are not listening to nothing.
Please, hold on.
Married.
Nothing at all. You're not listening.
Why men were coming to his page?
Hold on.
Married him, and he got 10 marriages in a month.
All right, y'all got it. Again, y'all are missing the point. You're arguing the point that I'm not arguing. Y'all are missing the point. I never said what I'm not judging the man or what he said was wrong or how he said it was wrong. What I'm saying, I'm not saying what he said was wrong, it's how he said it. That's when I use the word condescending. That's when I use the word disrespect.
He utilized, he utilized tough love.
That's your way of saying that, Carl. That's subjective to you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you guys. You guys are not listening to a word I'm saying.
Lee, do you think the truth is gentle?
It can be.
What?
Right,
it can
bro.
be.
It can be. Closing thoughts, bro, because he got it.
It can be. But see, White School Podcast.
Right. It can be, but it's usually not. But he got it, bro. He got it.
White School Podcast. I would not. So let's be realistic. I'm at a stage where let's have a conversation without even degrading each other. Can we do that? Let's answer a question, answer a comment. Because right now, everything that we speak about, there's insults trading back and forth. Even in the comments.
I don't think we insulted each other at all once.
Are you serious? Every time the women say something in the comments, Dupper, you come back and say, this is why all women do this. So you come back and you are condescending right after that.
No. I wasn't condescending. I told the truth. I said I hate stupid people.
That's your truth because of what you've been through.
That is a fact. I'm sorry. It's a fact.
Do you understand where I'm coming from now? Do you see what he just said?
It's a fact.
He's doing the same thing that we just said not to do, judging.
But Lee, it's a fact. I don't care about their feelings. I care about the facts. I don't care how you feel about it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Let me put this in perspective.
I'm not 6'2".
Let me put this in perspective. Let me put this. Hold on. Can I say this, Lee? There are some women in this world that require monetary gain in order to date them, and there's other women that don't require that. Right? Right or wrong?
Are you asking me a question? Because I would love to finish my point. Because I don't get to do that. What I'm saying is, if you cannot use the same context for everybody, because that's when it gets disrespectful and condescending. Because some women or some men are literally, just like you said, are not like that. So what about the ones that are not like that?
Too
Okay.
fucking bad
So
for
let,
them. The
so let
truth
me
is the
ask.
truth. Too
So
bad.
hold on,
That's
See what I'm
hold
saying?
on. So
You're
let me
saying that
My
it's
point is being
hold
proven
on,
right
Dad.
now.
what you're
So
saying
Dad,
is what you're saying is certain people need special treatment. That's what you're saying. You're telling me I gotta treat you
And
right.
what's wrong
different.
with that?
Why? You're
No,
just like me.
no,
Why should
Can
I
I
have to
finish?
treat you different?
Now
I'm trying to
see,
finish my
see,
point. I'm trying to finish my point.
hold on. Listen to what he just said.
I wasn't
You
finished, so
said,
you can't listen.
Lee,
I wasn't
no,
finished.
you're finished right now, Lee. I
No,
want
you
to
can't,
understand,
Carl. You can't tell me I'm finished, bro. I wasn't
Lee.
finished.
I want to
Come on,
understand
bro.
you, Lee. I
I
want to
wasn't finished.
understand. I don't before you finish dosage. I need to
Okay,
understand
gotcha.
dosage. I need to
Gotcha.
understand what you just
Gotcha.
said. You
Gotcha.
said when he said some people need special treatment, you said why not? Am I right?
Yeah, and I say, why not? Yes.
Okay. Now,
How do you
this is
determine who
this
should
is
get special treatment?
hold on, Dapper.
I'm done. I'm muted. I'm gonna listen.
When you go inside of a BMW car lot, they don't have the prices set for the people that can't afford it different from the people that can, do they?
Carl, two different analogies.
No,
Give
it's
me an
the same
analogy that
analogy
makes
no
sense of
matter
what we're
what
talking
you're.
about. Give
No,
me an
Lee.
analogy that
No
makes sense of
matter
what we're
what.
talking about.
No
Give me an
matter what.
analogy that makes sense of what we're talking about. When you guys are
Okay.
trying to use
There
analogies,
is.
give
All
me an
right. So
analogy.
listen.
Give me an
There
analogy
is
that makes sense.
there is no there is no there's no
Just ask how do
hold
you
on,
decide
Dapper,
special
don't do
treatment?
that when I'm trying to get it out.
Just
Listen,
ask how you decide
there
special
is
treatment.
nothing in the world that makes any type of consignment for people have and have nots. If you don't have it, you don't get it. If you got it, you get it. It's that simple. You can't create a gray area in something that's either right or left. Not everything can be middle. You can't ride the line. There's some things in this world, a lot of things in this world that doesn't conform to why not, why we can't give
And do we know
$200
the
worth of
difference?
food.
Do we know the
Honestly,
difference?
everything in
I'll
life
show
is
you
black
why.
and
I'll tell
white.
you why we
Listen,
don't know the
develop the
difference.
gray area for comfortability.
I'll
Everything
tell
in
you
the world
why
is
we
black and
don't know the difference. So you guys took over the end of what I was trying to say to you. When you speak on things like this, you guys, the gray area. I'm going to educate you on the gray area. Why emotional intelligence? When people are saying these things, the gray area is the mental health of the person. That's what the gray area is when you're having these conversations. Because when we talk about things like this, we don't know, just like you said, how it would affect the person or how would you don't know. So hold on, Carl. Let me land my plane, and here's where you cannot disagree with me. Because just like Dapper tried to say earlier, how I receive it, right? That could be that's the gray area of a scope of a mental health. That's the gray area when we're talking about these type of topics. So when you give me an analogy about cars and things like that, that's totally different. I'm talking about in the context of where we're at now. This world, this room we're living and talking about now. We have to take into precedence the mental health of the person you're talking to. That's where I'm trying to finish and land my plane. But you guys are so thinking that no, I'm saying if you're going to give it wholeheartedly and give it that way, because again, that person's coming to you, or you see fit to give them advice. That's all I'm saying to y'all. Listen to understand, not to reply. I'm not saying what you're saying, it's how you're saying it, because the gray area is mental health.
But the
See,
mental health is irrelevant when it comes down to
How?
okay,
listen,
hold on, watch. Because
mental
Lee,
health is
wait, hold on, Carl.
listen.
Give Lee his flowers first. Give him his flowers first. What he said is absolutely correct. Okay. But the reason that we have problems in the world now is because we've been considering people's mental health. That is why we are here. So considering the mental health is what actually caused a problem, because now everything that I say, there is no more absolutes anymore. everything is specific to the individual, and there's too many individuals, which means there will never be a syllabus or a morality code on how to move. And if we
You're
cannot
losing me
agree
again.
on
That's what I just said.
morality, we cannot
just
function as a society.
That's what you're
See?
losing me again,
So
sir.
hold on, Lee. He just said something that brought some click to me. Boundary. Remember the word boundary. There's not one person alive that would call my phone and say, "Yo, Shab, can I hold $500? Can I hold $20?" Because everybody I know knows without no hesitation. Carl ain't lending out his car, and Carl does not lend out money. You know why it's like that?
Right now, Carl, let me hold $500.
You know why? You know why it's like that? No, listen. I'm trying to give Lee the word boundary, because when you set the tone one size fit all, I don't care who you are, if you're related or not. Don't call me to ask me to borrow my car. Don't ask me for no money, because that's not it. And I like the fact
that's
that
totally different.
Listen, I like the fact that I created that, so this way nobody will call me and test those waters, because it's already known I'm not that guy.
Carl, that's totally different. That analogy again does not work in this context or this arena.
It does, because I don't care if you knew me for 20 years or if you met me last week. Everybody's on the same page. Don't ask that man for no money. He's not going to lend you no money.
But we're not talking about money, Carl.
It doesn't matter. You may be.
No,
the reason why I'm saying it does, because again, don't dismiss it. You may be able to get over with that shit, or somebody else. They could call somebody and get money out of him with no problem. This person, you know, you cannot do it. When we was kids growing up, we all knew as kids what aunt or uncle we could get $1 from, and which one would say hell no. We taught this from little childhood. Don't tell me that as adults we don't develop the same parameters for ourselves or with other people.
Again, you guys are moving. You're moving the goalpost.
No, I'm not. Tough love is, listen, I ain't moving
this arena.
Tough love is there for a reason. It is a barrier, so this way there's
again, I am not saying it's not, Carl. Again, you're moving the goalpost.
But this is, I'm not moving the goalpost.
I just said know when to use it.
That's
what I said to you. And we
don't
know how to do that. That's what I'm saying.
But this is the thing. Guys like myself, we already set up a barrier, one size fit all. No special treatment.
Carl, I feel you, Carl, but look.
No special treatment. I don't care who you are. There's no special treatment.
That's true. You gotta acknowledge it, bro. You feel me? You gotta, because like at the end of the day, you still got. I get it, Carl. I get it, but you gotta acknowledge it. What he said is true. Both are necessary, but what he's saying is, in emotional intelligence, is knowing when to use it, because that is true. It is a fact.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I've been saying the entire night.
I totally understand that, and that's why my point is, I'm not refuting that. But I know that we leaned way too far on the nice side, and that's why the world's in fucking chaos. It's just what it is.
That's why I never disagree with you.
I feel you, and that's why I'm saying I gotta give you your credit, because what you're saying is factual. I have to. That's why they won't call to move forward without acknowledging that. What Lee is saying is right.
I appreciate that.
You feel me? He is right. It's just that I'm not trying to hear
that. I'm not going
by
right or wrong.
How they feel.
Yeah, and which is your right. Which is your right. I'm not. But listen, I'm saying that which is your right. What I'm saying is knowing in this arena, knowing that what we're doing. That's why I brought up a conversation and said, hey, let me show you something, Carl.
Okay.
When was the last time? You
Lee, wrap it up. Lee, wrap it up in your final thought, because that's where we're going right now.
Oh, okay.
I got no final thoughts. I'm done.
Nah, you gotta wrap it up, bro. I'm trying to feel me, because I miss about 11 o'clock. We sat on here way too damn long.
Oh, shit, 10:48. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
I appreciate you stopping by. I know you're at work and shit too. Bro.
Yeah.
The ladies love when you come on, boy.
Lord have mercy.
They be like, shut up and let Lee talk. We want to hear Lee.
You get more. You catch more. What they say, you catch more.
More flies with honey than with vinegar. I feel you on that, but I ain't trying to catch no damn flies.
Stupid.
I want no more flies.
That's why I said it that way.
That Derek Jackson shit again. That Derek Jackson.
Nah.
Final thoughts. Let's go.
Let me do his final thoughts, man, so I can get up out of here. I got to get back to prep for tomorrow.
All right, let's go. All right. Final thoughts. Let Lee take the mic.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all. My bad for popping up late. Work got me a certain way. I tap in and I say, hey, emotional intelligence. The reason why I use that is because a lot of the barriers that I see when I talk to people is us as men not knowing how to talk to women because again they're the emotional creatures, and that's what we tell them for. So logic doesn't always work. What the emotional intelligence do is give you that gray area to understand who you're talking to and how to talk to them, and even if it's worth talking to them. Because sometimes we have to know when to not even give advice because we're not the right person to give the advice. So with that being said, man, respect, like, subscribe, do the do and the regular thing. Big up on yourself, man.
Thank you, brother, man. Dapper, take the mic, brother.
Hey, yeah, man, I'm gonna be simple, man. I'm gonna be real simple. Listen, remember, in life, it's always better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. Life is difficult, but it's harder when you're stupid. Don't be stupid. Stay dapper and always dangerous.
Salute, brother. Thank you for that. Y'all got me on. Damn. Oof. This was a packer.
This whole episode was a trigger alert for Call.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say this. You can believe and think and feel whatever you want. Reality always wins. No matter what you think and feel or want, reality wins. And if you want to believe that the woman or the man or whoever is the prize, be my guest. It's kind of hard for people to accept that you're a prize and you're sitting in your house by your damn self for years, okay, with a whole bunch of excuses and failures. Um, the outcome is the prize. The kids growing up, being able to be in a position to take care of you, being able to do better than you did. That's the prize. Your outcomes, not what you think you are. Because I'm gonna say this: you could be the best smelling, best dresser, and you can have all the money in the world. That doesn't mean people like you. That means people put up with you. This was a good episode. I want everybody to like, subscribe, bring some friends in. We welcome the super chat. Thank you, Wife Podcast, for the super chat earlier. And regardless, this is the barbershop. We ain't asked you to like us. We just asked you to listen, learn, and take what you want to take. But the reality always wins. Salute. Stay safe out there.
I'm trying to get it love. Dang, I ain't go all the way across. I'm trying to get it love.